Do you like basketball? Basketball? Mm-hmm. I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not.
Me too.
Oh, all right, we're at a store.
Mr. Escobar, can you hear me? Mr. Escobar, can you hear me?
What is it?
Oh, you were in a terrible car accident. I'm Dr. Rabinovich. You can call me Dr. Robbie. You've been taken to the Pittsburgh hospital.
Are my wives okay?
There's a bunch
wives.
of fluid in your lungs. They said on the news you were driving the delivery truck to a fertility clinic, like a big truck full of semen, and you
It's not connected to the Joker. Find a new
flipped
slab.
it over, and now your lungs are all filled up with all that stuff from those guys. And your wives, they all died in the crash, and so we just need to know, do you have an emergency contact we can get to?
No. Give it to me straight, Doc. Am I gay now?
Yeah.
Pull the plug.
Oh man, that's perfect. We got a couple obvious requests asking to bring the soundboard back. So I have I have 10 minutes of hospital noise. That was for that
Okay.
specific gimmick. See, is that one loud?
it's
Well, it's 'cause
yeah,
the
it's
Minecraft.
loud. It's not too loud, maybe.
It's hard to tell. So that
Well, I
was
don't know.
Minecraft
Hopefully it's
Steve, and then I also
I
have.
accept the challenge from Brandon Williams, Kevin Durant, Kevin Hart, and DJ Steph Floss, and I nominate LeBron Jr., Bryce Maximus, and President Obama. LL's challenge.
That was from a video titled LeBron James gets hydrochloric acid dumped on him and takes a fat L.
Did Obama ever do that?
I don't think so. I think he hates
ever
people with
respond?
ALS.
Oh, he I don't know. 'Cause yeah.
Well, it depends
Who
where they
knows? Who
live, I
knows?
guess.
It depends. Well, 'cause you know how David Blatt has MS.
Yes.
Could be Hamas in his nervous system. But is ALS the same thing? Is it? I don't know what ALS. That's Lou Gehrig's disease. I don't know what it's doing to you.
That's.
I know the outcome, but what's it attacking?
Well, it's attacking your baseball playing skills.
Oh shoot! Did Obama play?
No, he's a big
No, I don't think he did.
famously a basketball guy. He bastardized the White
But
House tennis court.
Not a organized one.
Well, I mean, you don't know.
Oh my God! Someone is gonna come along and take the White House basketball court and play pickleball.
They
I'll be
probably already
upset
have.
about it.
Joe Biden was probably in that bitch pickling it up.
I don't know. What parts of the White House? Do you think he ever bowled? Was he ever at the bowling alley?
No, probably
don't
not. I
think
feel
he
like
could
that's such a
lift it.
gimmicky part of the house. Like, I don't feel like
It was
presidents be using
probably-
that, you know?
It's probably really old.
Yeah.
Like back when bowling
Well,
was
have
like
you
a
ever
top
seen
10
like
thing.
There Will Be Blood?
No,
Oh,
I've heard it's
you
very
would
good.
like it a lot. It seems right up your alley. But at the end,
Oh, that's milkshake.
yes, yeah,
Drink
yeah.
it up.
I think that scene literally takes place in the bowling alley. The ultimate, the ending, it takes place in the rich guy's bowling alley in his house, but it's like, I don't know, 1925, and so the bowling alley it's like all wood, and you probably have to walk down to reset the pins
Yeah,
every
that's
time
probably
and stuff.
what theirs is
Yeah,
like.
I would hate that. That'd be so dumb.
Yeah, I don't know what Joe Biden was doing for fun. He was eating ice cream. I don't know if he had the capacity for fun. It might have been a little risky.
God, it's got fucking apple juice all over myself. God,
He's 6 years.
it's a sticky
old.
episode, everybody. Welcome back to the
Oh,
sticky
God.
tapes. I'm gonna pour glue and apple juice all over my hands and do ASMR into the microphone while we talk. Hey, it's a West episode today, at least. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's so funny. If this would have been like an Eastern episode, I would have. What do they call that when you take something off ESPN and put it onto NBA TV? What's that called again?
Oh, I don't. When you take it off ESPN, put it onto NBA TV.
It's
I
like
don't know.
well, you know how the NBA can change the schedule now. If there's like a game that's going to be good,
Yeah.
what's that called?
There's a specific word.
I swear
know.
there is. We're getting gooned off of ESPN later.
Bumped.
Maybe it's like bumped. It's a synonym for bumped, but I don't think that's what it is.
Bwomp. Comment down below what word he's
Womp,
looking
comment
for.
down below. Josh Lerman, fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's because
Fun.
Josh Lerman has smoke with the fact that I have to pee in the middle of a 2.5-hour podcast. Excuse me, everybody. Jeez.
I mean, I don't have to pee, but not everyone's the same. Not everyone's as impressive as the others.
I've never been. Well, first of all, I'm not going to be brave for you fucking people. I'm not going to put on a brave face and act like I don't record this without pants on half the time. It'd be like, oh, it's professional that I can't go pee right now. I didn't just talk about Pablo committing a semen robbery and then getting admitted to Dr. Robbie's The Pit Hospital, trademarked.
Wait, I was doing a robbery there?
Yeah, you were trying to steal the truckload of semen from the fertility clinic.
White on white crime.
Well, you don't know. It could have been. It could have been a. Well, that's the thing about the pit. It's
Don't. And it's your world building. Make it white on white crime.
okay. You're right. The pit, though. The pit is what conservative.
I finna be in there.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the TV show. First of all, you should watch it. It's really good. I just started it a couple of days ago. It's very.
Oh, the hospital show.
Yeah, it's a hospital show where the gimmick is the whole season is one shift. And there's 15 episodes. And so it's like episode 1, 7 a.m. And then you just do like, you spend an hour. And then that's the episode. It's like all this shit happening. But it's really good. It's very exciting and stuff. And it's DEI hospital. It's what conservatives think like a hospital in like New York is like, I assume, where there's like you know that test where it's like two women are talking about something that's not a man, and then a certain like the media it's like the Bechdel test, I think it's called. Yeah. This passes it every episode. There's like a black woman and a Middle Eastern woman who are chopping it up about some like a fucking injury every time. There's an autistic lady. There's a woman in a hijab. There's a woman who gets her fucking foot cut up. It's crazy, dude.
So little white boys don't get role models anymore.
Well, the main guy's white, obviously. The boss is white. Is a white guy.
It should be one main white guy, another white guy whose struggle is he's drinking all the time, another white guy whose wife divorced him, and just all it's diversity amongst the whites, amongst the struggles of the whites. So we cover all the other areas.
Guy who gambles too much.
Yeah, and it shows up in the surgery, and there's like a really risky surgery, and he says, "But I'm a gambler, you know this."
But I'm a gambler. Hey, get out of here! I got this. Oh, his last name's Black in this scenario, and he goes, "Always bet on black," and then he kills the patient. And they're like, "Dude, we thought you had it. You sounded so cool."
I watched episode 1 of New Amsterdam a couple years ago because I was like, what's he do to the hospital? Because all the previews.
I've never even heard of New Amsterdam.
It's like in the previews, there's like a dude. He's like, I'm the newest guy in charge of the hospital. Everyone's raise your hand if you love medicine, and then if you don't, you're fired. And he like fired a bunch of people, and then he was like making treatment free and stuff like that. He's like, he's going to people's offices. He's like, what have you wanted that you never got? And they're like, shrimp therapy or something like that.
He's doing reverse Doge.
It's like, but isn't that? And it's like, all right, you got it. It's like, but isn't that banned in Fresno? Don't care. And it's
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's like that. And I was like, okay. Well,
is it a TV show? Is it a movie?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, it was a TV show. I think the thing was that the doctor was dying, so he's just gonna he's gonna break all the rules or something. But I don't know for sure. And then the other really good doctor show, I never actually saw it, but it's The Good Doctor. Yeah.
Well, I think that is bad autistic representation, and this show has good autistic representation.
I watched a show that he was autistic in before that one. Bates
He's
Motel.
gotten typecast.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen Bates Hotel. Okay.
It was really gripping when I watched it, but I was also much younger, so I don't know. It might be iffy. It might be.
You know what I've always wanted to watch? I've never seen any of the Psycho stuff. I've never seen that show. I've never seen the original Psycho movie. But there's a 1990 remake of Psycho starring Vince Vaughn as Norman Bates, and I've always wanted to watch that. It cannot be good.
Vince Vaughn. I feel like he's not that nice in real life.
No, he's a big Republican. One of my most disappointing
Okay.
conservative outings is I was like, damn. I love Wedding Crashers. Vince Vaughn's very funny in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I fucks with him, and he was good. Like idiot, tall moron representation, which I feel very seen. There's not enough of those in media.
If I was in line next to him at a Chipotle, I wouldn't say anything.
Who's the lowest tier celebrity that you would be like, yo, are you?
The lowest tier?
Yeah. Well, you don't leave your house, and you would never say hello to anybody because you're kind of a scared baby like that. But
Well, I leave
I
leave my house, but incognito.
yeah, if you were like in a voice call or something, and somebody ding it popped up, and it was Vince Vaughn's avatar, would you say hi to him then?
I wouldn't really have anything to say to Vince Vaughn.
Okay.
And
I
I don't
mean,
want to talk Bears with Ashton Kutcher either. I'll tell you that much. Oh, if I was at Chicago Bears, he's a big Bears fan. If I was in line with Sabrina Carpenter, I'd whisper under my breath, "You'll never be Olivia. Never be her."
Jeez, you fucking pit women against each other. That's kind of crazy.
Maybe don't take her boyfriend after 2 weeks after they broke up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
Olivia should get into fucking Fortnite, and then we can talk. Until Olivia has a Fortnite skin, then this is just not a conversation worth having.
You literally think she couldn't get that if she wanted that?
She doesn't. She doesn't have one. I'm gonna run squads with Sabrina Carpenter and Jake the Dog later, and Olivia is just gonna be fucking sad about her boyfriend when she was 17 years old. That's incel shit, you know?
Well, no. Now she has a cool, hot young British man who reads books and
so
stuff.
she's dating a colonizer. Sabrina Carpenter dated an Irish person because she's based.
Well, what is Sabrina Carpenter?
Native American.
Oh, shoot.
I have no idea. No, I just made that up. It's possible, I guess.
She's looking. If she stepped into the what's the thing from Assassin's Creed, the Animatrix or something?
I don't remember.
Whatever. The
yeah,
machine
we can call it that. Yeah.
If let's just say we put her in the machine, we're killing some women. We're in a jungle killing some women.
That would be crazy if you went into the machine and you wake up and you're in a boarding house and the guy in the bunk next to you's like, "Yep, let's go beat these slaves today." And it's like, "Oh no, I don't want to do that at all." But then I guess you get to assassinate all the bad people. So, white savior moment, that could be cool.
Assassin's Creed machine. I'm looking up the Animus. The
Animus. Should say anime instead. That'd be cooler. The Animatrix. You're
And
probably thinking of the Omnitrix.
I don't know what kind of white Olivia Rodrigo is. She's half Filipino,
She's
half
half.
white.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say Rodrigo's a crazy ass name for a white lady, but she's half Filipino.
You know about Rodrigo Duterte?
No, I do not.
He is he still the president of the Philippines, or is he former? He was kind of crazy. He was killing everyone who did drugs, and then
That's good, because the crime rate's down.
yeah, and sometimes you don't even have to prove it. Sometimes you could just get him. You say
Nice.
he's on drugs,
Oh,
and then
you
he
know,
was like, actually, I do drugs too.
I do drugs. I pop a perk and then I kill 80 people. You know Joshua Block, the alcoholic guy on TikTok?
Yeah.
He tried to go to Dubai and they deported him immediately. He didn't even get let in the country, I guess. This is what happens. Is like I don't follow him and I don't like really engage with any of the shit that pops up on my timeline, but every month and a half, 2 months, one thing will pop up, and I'll click on his account. Like, damn, what's this motherfucker up to? And I'll just like, I will essentially get all of the lore that's happened since the last time I went through this fucking cycle. It's terrible.
Yeah, he's a Hulu docuseries waiting to happen.
Waiting to happen. Well, I'm just glad if he had actually gotten into Dubai, that's probably the more dangerous outcome there, because like, you can get arrested for whatever.
I don't want him in a room with a tiger.
No, he would lose easily. Well, maybe the tiger would get drunk if he ate like his arm or something, and there's just so much alcohol in his blood.
He'd be with the tiger, and then someone would say, "Put the fries in the bag," and he'd scream, and then the tiger would get excited and just kill everyone in the room.
Damn. I was reading something about a pet snake. If you socialize a snake from birth, it's essentially like just having a dog. So even if you have like a big ass anaconda, it's not that big of a deal.
Not for me. Ugh.
What's your ideal pet?
Slimy.
What are you thinking?
Haven't you read Adam and Steve? The
fan fiction?
No, the ancient text, the holy text. The snakes are evil in that.
Well, yeah, but in Adam and Steve, if everything's the opposite.
Not everything's the opposite. It's all the same because that's
it's
the original.
Gay, but the snake is still evil.
Well, yeah, because that's the original truth.
Is that snakes are evil?
Yeah, that's what.
Why did we need a full book about it? It doesn't feel like the Bible touches on that enough at all. That's like a very minor part in what is one of like the big like huge scale stories of all time.
They didn't have good world building back then.
The world building's really he literally like verbatim builds the world. He spends a week doing it, and so
sloppy attempt at One Piece, but I guess okay for his time.
If Oda wrote it in chapter 2, Luffy would have almost gotten bit by a snake, and Shanks would have been like, Luffy, never trust a snake. And then in chapter 8745, we would have gotten the payoff that Luffy's dad has been battling a snake, the world snake.
I would have my ideal pet is the spider, the metal spider from Spy Kids 2.
Oh, that's a beetle. Jeez.
Oh, it's a beetle? Okay.
Yeah, what the hell? It's Paul. It's
been
John
a long
Lennon.
time since I've seen it. Wait, what?
It doesn't really.
It's not named John Lennon, is it?
Yeah, it's a beetle. It's named John Lennon. Ringo, get up here. Yeah, no, I think I rewatched Spy Kids 2 recently-ish, past like 4 years probably. It looks terrible, and it's not as entertaining as I remember. Most of this, it's just kind of going from beat to beat that I remember as a kid, of being like, oh, Steve Buscemi made these little animals. That's fun. I wish I could have one of those. And then the next like 30 minutes, I'm like, oh, this is dumb. I don't care. But the first Spy Kids, I think it still holds up. I remember it being really good.
It's because you lost your immersion. You used to watch that thinking, this is literally me if I was a spy. But now you're like, these are kids.
I never thought that because they were Latinos.
Oh, okay.
And so I would never self-insert like that. I would be like, well, it's good that they have this, represent. Antonio Banderas is a handsome guy. This is good. Mike Flanagan's wife is here, I'm pretty sure. But it's just not for me. I was self-inserting Ben 10, so yeah.
Oh, Ben 10.
Yeah. Because I was like, if he does not use Diamond Head enough. That was my primary complaint with Ben 10 when I was a kid. It's like, oh, another forearms job. We get it. You got 10 of them. You're using forearms, 45% of the time. That's just not a lot for everybody else.
Yeah, I think you can look up the percentage that he used everybody.
Okay, well, I'm not going to do that. I like my headcanon.
But it's something that's possible in the world.
Okay. 20 minutes. That guy we have a guy who comments every time. He's like, this intro makes it's impossible to listen to. I'm gonna die. But he keeps listening. So like, we put the timestamps there, dude.
If only there was a way to skip it.
Oh man! Shout out to that guy. Yeah, we'll cut it early just for you. We'll cut it at a cool, calm 20 minutes. Timestamps.
And last episode, most of the intro was basketball, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all Nuggets shit. So, like, what are you complaining about, you fucking baby? Whatever. Customer's always right, but not here. But like that's a thing they say in business.
Yeah, but we're not businessmen.
We're not businessmen.
We're
Mavericks,
businessmen.
and we're not Dallas. Oh, we got big lag there.
Ooh, yeah. All right. I think we're.
My computer is. I did
back.
open my computer and it was completely dead. And so, let's check what percentage it's at right now. Hey, 17%. Okay. Yeah, I'm plugged.
Are you plugged? I'm plugged too.
I'm plugged.
I hate Mark Cuban.
Okay. Yeah, fuck Mark Cuban for trying to act like he's innocent in all of this. Fuck Nico Harrison. So we can get to all of that. The Thunder, 2-2 in their last 4. Beat the Suns, beat the Lakers, lost to the Lakers and the Rockets. Back-to-back losses, and they're still 14 games up on the 2 seed. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't write anything down for them. But yeah, they're just at the top of the heap, looking down at all the. It's like it's the Hunger Games, and they got to the cornucopia way before everyone else, and they grabbed all the cool stuff, and then they're watching districts.
They're Jack Quaid in the Hunger Games.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that was him.
I do not like it. No, I don't want to be mean. Cause
I like him in The Boys.
I don't like his face. The dumb. He has the most millennial like side smile. It's like he was made in a lab to be like, yeah. But like as a person, I'm sure he's fine. In The Boys, I do think he's good. I think it's based that he's dating that other lady from The Boys who's very beautiful. I liked him in Companion, but yeah. I think he's well suited to play like a guy who on the surface is cool, but then about halfway through the movie you're like, this guy's actually fucked up and weird. That's where I like him.
Sort of like Lou Dort. No, I don't know.
No, Lou Dort's just evil. Lou Dort, I mean, he's yeah.
So he's third now in Defensive Player of the Year voting.
In DePoy voting?
Yeah. So what's going on? It being this volatile means people have no clue.
Well, it's Victor Wembanyama is literally Gojo, where the balance of the world rises and falls with his existence.
But like, how did Dyson Daniels fall? How did Jaren Jackson fall? I don't know.
Jaren Jackson, I understand. We'll get to the Grizzlies. Since January 1st, I think they're 20th in defensive rating. So,
okay,
just some real dog shit defense. And that's not entirely his fault. Maybe some of that has to do with the fact that Josh.
He was in foul trouble last night.
He was in foul trouble the whole time, so it doesn't count against him. Lou Dort, I don't know. I think when Wemby left, I do just think it made a lot of people kind of actually look at the rest of the field, and so there was a very rapid succession of like, oh, this guy's.
But that's how long ago was that now? Is that like
4
2
weeks,
months ago?
Maybe.
Or they're like,
well, Wemby's
crap.
been out for a couple months, but like,
yeah,
I'm talking from Draymond's rise from like plus 5,000 to being like on top of the heap for a second there. That was like 3 weeks.
Lou Dort is like this week, right?
Yeah, I guess.
It seems like. So they're like the whole time this defense has been historic, and they're like, oh crap, maybe we should pick a guy from that one. Or maybe Bill Simmons is swaying it. I think he called him out on his podcast as that would be his pick.
Pooh Dort.
Okay.
Yeah, but so I mean, I would not like it if he won, but I think he deserves all defense. All defense first team, I think, is fair. The Thunder, it's just like the Celtics last year with Tatum and the MVP, where it's like, there's a great team defense. And it's like, yeah, they've been doing good. He's really good individually, but yeah, I still got Mobley. I want Mobley to win it and everything. What did I write down? O'Shea. He spun back.
O'Shea.
O'Shea.
He's Irish.
Well, no, I was thinking Ice Cube's son. Isn't his name O'Shea?
Oh, yeah, it is. But I'm thinking O apostrophe S-H-A-I. O'Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
O'Shea
Well,
Gilgeous
that was
Alexander. 42.6 rebounds, 6 assists on 68% true shooting. And a fan got Luka ejected. So,
Pwned.
based, the real seventh man. Then J-Dub against the Suns also. He ended the Suns seasons as Shea was sitting down. He had 33.7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals on 64% true shooting. And over the last 6 games, J-Dub is averaging 26 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals on 62% true shooting. So rounding into form, right at the best time.
Don't let us get hot.
The team that's won 68 games.
Don't let us get hot. This is actually the worst record, or probably tied for the worst record they've had in a 4-game span, 2-2.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else? We have one request here.
Nope. Get into it. What
God.
is it?
I mean, combing through these motherfuckers wrote. It's some wordy ones this week. I'll tell you what. So Feetloaf says,
Gross.
OKC Thunder, if you're Sam Presti or Mark Dagnall, parentheses, you guys can choose which one you'll want to be. Maybe Pablo's Presti because of the glasses. Okay, you're fucking dorks.
And I literally was high on AJ Mitchell last year.
And I'm in the war room with the boys being like, Lou Dort, fucking kill that guy, and we'll win.
Oh.
Yeah. To keep Cooper Flag out of the West and help our former OKC exec Will Dawkins, do you personally tank against the Jazz and the Pelicans? Flag may not be the immediate needle mover that Wemby was, but if some execs decide to get smart and build a roster around him, the West could get even more volatile. Thoughts? Yours truly, FL. Everybody's fucking signing their shit too.
Yeah.
Now. Everyone's signing the big cheese. I mean, there's a bubble. It's got to burst at some point. So do you tank to keep Flag out of the West?
I mean, you could. It's just the cherry on top of everything. It's like we made all the right trades and we had drafted all the right guys, and we're 14 wins ahead of second place, and we're gonna do this thing too. So yeah,
I mean,
may as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like what is it like? It's like the United States military, like making strategic moves so that like a tiny militia in like Azerbaijan or some like some teeny tiny place, a guy with like 8 guns, the U.S. military moving to strategically outmaneuver that guy.
Tuvalu, the island.
Tuvalu, the island with all the pelicans that we're terraforming, or we were, and we're not anymore.
I don't know that. Is that the Poop Island? There's some bird poop island.
Not pelicans, but same thing. Waterfowl.
All right, get these guys out of our face.
Rockets 3-1 in their last 4.
Did you timestamp that?
I'm about to. God, get off my back. 28 minutes. Houston Rockets. They beat up the Jazz and the Thunder and the Warriors, and they lost to the Clippers. Honestly, good for them. They played well enough to avoid the nightmare scenario that we're going to cover 6 times over the next 6 teams. But the Houston Rockets, they lifted themselves out of it. Didn't have Şengün against the Clippers, so that doesn't count. It's not canon. And
they rested everyone. It was fully not canon.
Okay. Well, you got Jayshawn Tate, you got a chance, but whatever. What was I gonna say? Oh, we talked about the Thunder win on the Patreon episode, right?
I think so.
It was good. It was a good win. We really haven't seen anybody beat the Thunder that soundly this year. Well, I guess the Lakers did it immediately afterwards, but yeah, just 2. And I guess this speaks to, like, if you're a Thunder fan, what do these losses look like? Okay, 58% from 3, and then 77% from 3. And it's like, okay, well, do that 4 times in 7 games. Let's see what's what, I guess.
Against the Clippers, Reed Shepherd got 37 minutes, and he scored
He's killing it.
25 and 4 on 7 of 14 shooting, 6 of 10 from 3. So
holy crap.
was almost all 3-pointers. Honestly, I would like to see more in 37 minutes.
There's like a thunderstorm going on right now, and we got lightning.
Oh, nice. The
Lightning
Rockets
strike Steve Nash is what I was trying to throw you off there.
Oh, I thought it was literal. And I'm looking at my notes, so I couldn't tell if on your screen there was a.
No, I mean I thought just sonically you could pick up on it, but I guess we're not as in sync as I thought.
Thinking Basketball Rockets video about Steven Adams
I just saw
and
that.
the rebounding.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it yet either, but I bet it's good. And
it's
then
called what's the title? It's called The Team That Wins by Missing Shots or something like that.
Something like that. And then they beat up on Golden State and Steph. They shut him down. They held him to 1 for 10.
They jacked him off.
Okay.
They emptied the clip.
He missed 7 of 8 3-pointers, and that was his lowest total this season in a game that he was healthy.
Amen Thompson is really jacking Steph off right now. I mean, he's right up in him. Holy shit.
Well, he was caressing him the whole game. He had him locked on. He had his hands locked on his waist, and he wasn't gonna let him go anywhere.
Amen Thompson, the chastity belt. That would be a great nickname.
Nice.
Okay, not for him specifically because they already have the Terror Twins, but you know. Maybe if we get a defensive stalwart who comes out and they're like, I'm a born-again Christian, no premarital sex, then we can...
Jonathan Isaac.
Fuck, he's already got the... We can't give him the chastity belt and the thin blue line. That's not fair.
Yeah, it's the least amount of points for Curry since he scored 2 on December 19th at Memphis. But that's when he suffered a pelvic contusion in a fall, they say.
They say, I mean, I don't have film from that game. Yeah. Who were they playing in that?
The Memphis Grizzlies.
Ooh, jeez, that's scary. Are there any sex fiends on the Memphis Grizzlies? No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I get bad vibes. No, I don't get bad vibes from Desmond Bain. I get good vibes from him. He's such a nice guy. We have 2 requests. Oh my God, Will Skillet. Jesus Christ. Here we go. You ready? Okay. The radical woke media wants the beautiful National Basketball Association fans around the world to believe that Draymond Green deserves to be Defensive Player of the Year. I believe this is a classic case of DEI, DEIPOY, if you will. Instead of spreading fake news about DEI and Amen Thompson, a man who does not have anger issues, he's just a hashtag demon, held Wardell, Steph, and Curry to 2 to 3 points. 3 points that came while Amen wasn't even on the court. My glorious demon not only punked Tyler Hero and took his lunch money, but also turned the GOAT of shooting basketballs into a construction worker. Meanwhile, the woke media wants to give out the DPOY to Draymond, who isn't a hashtag demon and does have anger issues and just got gamed on by the Black Falcon. Too long didn't read. Glaze men poop on Draymond. Glaze me for creating the line DEIPOY because it's genius. And also glaze the Black Falcon because, ooh, he's so tough, bruh. WTS out.
DEIPOY is good.
It's okay.
And you're literally seething. It's now 2 weeks of Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon, playing all-star level ball. Suck it, Warriors. You picked Kevin Durant over the Black Falcon.
Look at you now. Oh, two wins, 2 titles to show for him. Fucking losers.
What's it called?
No, you have to glaze the men and shit on Draymond more. That was the request.
Yeah. Well, so I already talked about how men shut down Fraud Curry, but
he's asking for more.
Draymond Green is the most moral defender on earth. And we know he went on that Friends of Israel trip in 2018. Yeah. He learned strategies.
Well, it's Friends of the IDF specifically. I do just want that.
Yeah, Friends of the IDF. And
it's not just like Jerry Seinfeld friend or something.
Oh, I bet they're friends. 2 blowhards in a room. He's the most moral defender on earth and picked up a lot of tips and tricks from those guys. And so sometimes the best defense is a good offense. And so that's how we play against Nurkic, against Gobert, against Sabonis, Ribcage.
The best defense is a good offense. Offensive foul, and then I stab him while I'm dribbling the ball. You know,
that's
anti-Semitic. No, I was talking about Sabonis, but I guess.
Oh.
that would still be anti-Semitic because he's Jewish too.
Well, you're anti-Semitic for saying Draymond shouldn't win Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm not saying that. Will Skillett is, so it's more like, what's a mean name to call an anti-Semitic person? Do you know?
No.
How do you not know?
A mean name?
Yeah, like you could point and be like, ha, and then you could call him this name. Do you have one of those?
Not off the dome. I don't know.
Come on, how do you not have one?
What is this?
You have come on, dude. You have to have one. It's like a black person not having a mean name for a white guy. Come on.
I bet they do. They do. What is?
They definitely do.
Yeah.
I saw the funniest tweet of all time, where a guy, he was wearing like an aquamarine shirt, and he goes, I wore this shirt to Walmart and I got stuck behind the line for 25 minutes with a guy shuffling money around in his bank accounts trying to be able to buy a shelf, and I asked if I could go in front of him, and he said, shut up, Minecraft ass, and they called him the N-word. But yeah, the Minecraft part of it killed me.
That's the worst. When I'm at Walgreens and I've got one skincare product and then peanut M&Ms, and the person in front of me is arguing about coupons. It's I'm in for a long day.
Yeah. Oh, we have two. Ben Taylor. I really like this name. Ben Taylor, parentheses, thinking boobs plus ball. That's really good. Rockets. Will Steven Adams wait, fuck. God damn it. I messed it all up. Oh, shit. Okay. Restart. Rockets. With Steven Adams being a known One Piece fan and also a top 3 rebounding force of all time, is there a chance that he has some devil fruit or hockey ability? I was thinking he could even be one of the long-armed tribesmen. Thanks. -BT, parentheses, TB plus B.
He's like the equivalent of a Elbaf giant, and that's kind of what New Zealand is. It's the Elbaf of our world.
Okay. What's Australia?
Oh, that's like, I don't know. I don't know
It's
if
like
they probably haven't gone there in one.
It's
piece.
Impel
That's probably
Down.
the final battle. Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Because it's prison. That would be so cool if there's Impel Down in real life, and there's Devil Fruits in real life also, and there's hockey in real life, and One Piece was real. That would be cool.
Well, there's one of those is
Which one?
prison.
Prison. Well, yeah, you're right. But it's not made up by like a guy made out of poison. Let me see something. I want to see if these wheels. I used to see these TikToks all the time. One Piece wheel spin. Where it would like tell you what like part of the world you were born in and all this shit. But it's not coming up when I Google One Piece wheel spin. So instead, I'll just spin this wheel. This is what character you are. Okay, it's going. You're no Jiko. I don't know who that is yet.
How do you spell it?
Nojiko. No Jiko. Oh, you're Nami's mom or sister?
Okay.
Okay, and this is who I am. Give me a good one, please, or else I'm gonna respin it. Rika. Who the hell's Rika?
In One Piece?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about Yuta Akatsu's freaking girlfriend. Rika is, I give Zoro the rice balls. What a boring whatever. I guess it's important.
That's literally you.
I'm not a girl, dude. Now I got Dr. Hiluluk? Is this how it's spelled in Japanese?
Well, there's Hiruluk, and then the L's and the R's, they get blended together.
Yeah. I'm cool being Chopper's doctor. Now, Josh Lerman, you get to be Man Sherry. I don't know who that is. I don't know who any of these people
All
are.
right, screw the Rockets.
Screw the Rockets. I'm losing my fucking mind,
timestamp
baby.
it.
Don't tell me what to do. I know how to do it. Rockets. Who's after the Rockets? The Lakers, 3-1 in their last 4. They beat the Mavs, the Thunder, the Pelicans. They lost to the Thunder. Luka, crazy big week for the soft emotional boy from Slovenia. So he got ejected in the Thunder game. Guy fucking baited him from the stands. He called him, "Hey, fatty," and then Lucas said, "Fuck you," and the ref was like, "Are you talking to me? Get out of here!" And then the Lakers lost. But then he became the second player in history to score 45 points for and against the same team in the same season in NBA history. So crazy.
Oh, in the same season. Wait, how many guys have done that?
2.
Who do you have the others written down?
I mean, I know the other one. There's only one. Who
Oh.
holds all the records?
Wilt?
Yes, it's Wilt.
Oh, okay.
So it's like fake.
Boring.
Essentially, Wilt scored 28 points if we're adjusting for pace.
Yeah, on 28 shots.
Yeah, and if that triggers you, guys, go tell Carson to yell at us or some shit. Talk to someone else.
Yeah, Luka had the emotional return. He really did love Dallas, and that made it that made it even sadder for all of them. He had the sad quote at the end of that game.
I know.
Where he said, I love the fans, I love the city, but it's time to move on. And he wasn't telling them that, but he was like talking to himself.
Yeah.
Like Zuko on the beach. But yeah, they beat OKC and then they lost OKC. And then they're everyone in the West has decent momentum going into the playoffs, it feels like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most teams.
Well, all the ones that matter.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
all the ones.
the Grizzlies
all
are they've got some things going against them.
Whatever. Who cares? What else did I write down? So in that Thunder game, the one they lost, LeBron was a -22. And some of that is just because they gave up a big run to the Thunder after Luka goes out. They just couldn't really hang. But really, LeBron's minutes were not super successful in that game. And so, I don't know. If you're a Thunder fan, it's just kind of like, there are teams looking around where it's like, hey, if every single thing possible went right for this team and every single thing possible went wrong for us, yeah, they could beat us. And I feel like the Lakers are probably one of those teams. But, like, if we just get, 60% normal series with just, like, most things going how I would expect them to, even with some big surprises, it feels like the Thunder are just so hard to get 4 times.
Yeah. But tactically, JJ shut down Anthony Davis. He knew all his weaknesses and he knew how to destroy him.
Anthony, he's soft. He's a natural number 2.
Yeah.
That's what the chat was saying in the game when I was watching the game. This guy sucks. Natural number 2, baby.
Who else has homework right now? Who's doing their homework and watching the game?
Well, it's not like that. It's like Anthony Davis, 2 threes or I'll kill myself, please. If you don't hit 2 threes, I lose $800. And then the game ends, and that person changes their username to Anthony Davis, fuck you, and they just spam in the chat. I hate AD. Someone did that with Pascal Siakam last night in the Pacers game. And I was like, yo, it's one thing to do it with Anthony Davis, but if you're rolling the dice on Siakam, call the number, big dog.
Yeah, you are gambling on Siakam on a Pacers game, the third to last Pacers game,
the most
whatever
meaningless game of all time.
And you're active in the illegal streaming chat. Like this,
you're in the Discord, being like, anyone got any plays tonight? My Siakam guy just fucking sold me. I thought he gave me good info.
I swear, it turns out he wasn't Siakam. I swore he was.
Yeah. In the win, the Thunder win, one of the craziest shooting games I've ever seen. Did you watch that game at all?
Yeah, I saw all the way up until I stopped watching at some point in the fourth. I forget. I'd like the beginning of the fourth.
Let me see. When was that? Was that on Sunday? Yeah, it was on Sunday. So they ended up shooting 55% from 3 and 55% from the field. That feels like a massive under representation. The first quarter they went 7 of 9 from 3, and then the second quarter they went 8 of 13 from 3. So what is that? 45 points off threes alone in the first half. It was insane. And to be fair, the Thunder, it's not like a perfect counter. It's not like the Thunder are smothering them every time the Lakers are making tough shots. A lot of them were open. Like, the Lakers were getting looks I would expect them to be efficient on. It's just to this degree is fucking crazy.
That game was the day I went to see Hell of a Summer, so it didn't wrap up quick enough for me.
Hell of a Summer.
Hardenstein had the sick block on LeBron.
He did. So who's the real king?
Suck it.
Suck it. Fuck you. Suck and fuck you, buddy. You got any other thoughts? I don't think we had a single Lakers request.
No, see, because we're not big media like that.
Yeah, we like to we represent the small man.
They stick to ESPN. Who's better, Ovechkin or LeBron?
Who's better, Ovechkin or Kobe or LeBron?
I got hair on my mouth.
Wayne Gretzky. Okay. We're done. Podcast is over, guys.
Oh,
psych. Timestamp. 46:30. The Nuggets. What did the Nuggets do this week? 1-3. I hate myself. Okay, so the Nuggets. God damn, I can't fucking. Yeah, they beat the Kings. They lost to the Pacers, the Warriors, the Spurs. They fired Mike Malone, and they fired Calvin Booth, and then they did like a Joker style, I'm breaking a pool cue, only one of you guys can survive style thing. And that was scary. I don't know who won. I assume Mike Malone. He's got more grit. The Kings, the win, ended a 4-game losing streak. Demon David Adelman, he understands the value of Jalen Pickett, and so that's cool. That's good. Then Mike Malone he would have thrown him fucking 8 minutes in garbage time, and we would have been like, this guy could really be something. Adelman gets it, dude. And so, yeah. And then Christian Brown is the first Nuggets guard in history, franchise history, to have 25 points on 75% field goal percentage in back-to-back games.
Big news. Yeah, I forgot to copy it down, but there was a big Athletic article with more details about the Cold War between Calvin Booth and Michael Malone. And so they...
Who's the U.S. in that, you think?
I don't know. Who's worse? Probably Booth.
Yeah, probably Booth.
Yeah. So it's crazy. It seems now it seems as if Jokic is totally okay with it. Like he's like,
yeah.
There was a lot going on. I was sick of it. People were saying it was the most energetic he's played on defense in a while.
Part of it is just like, I don't know. The whole he doesn't care. he just wants to go play with his horses. I feel like that has kind of tricked people into thinking he's like sedated and like actually doesn't give a fuck about anything. But like, I wouldn't want to play on the way the Nuggets have been playing if I was really good at basketball, much less the best player on earth. I wouldn't want to be on a team where it's like, hey, I had 60 points and we fucking lost. And so, yeah, I'm sure. I don't think he's going to, like, he hates Mike Malone now or anything, but I'm sure he's definitely ready for, like, he would rather see them attempt to change things through these means rather than just kind of, like, let his career fade into obscurity or force him to ask out of Denver. At least they're trying shit now.
Yeah, and what's it called? The Civil War got so bad, it was, like, I think the reporting says like everyone in the locker room is tired of it because it seemed like Mike Malone was super hardcore on like criticizing everybody, but when it got in the way of his agendas, he was like he wasn't going to criticize Westbrook.
He's just like me.
They specifically said he like wasn't going to criticize Westbrook the same way he was going to actively sabotage
Shangun
Jalen
has 8
Pickett.
points. Hey, come on. He's not a box score night. It was just a rounded impact. Sabonis has 8 points. Can we kill this guy, please?
Oh, 8 points with elite defense.
Elite defense?
Elite defense. It's they're one of the best defenses in the NBA in a tough Western Conference, and he's the big man in the middle.
Hey, give Sabonis Steven Adams. Let's see what's what.
What's the best defense Sabonis has ever played on?
What kind of situation has he ever? He's not good, but like, if I make the argument for Jokic, it kind of hardwires my brain for everybody to be like, well, it's just there's no point of attack defense there. The thing is, Sabonis, I feel like, is actually really solid, switched out on the perimeter. He's just much worse than Şengün as like a legitimate rim protector, and so. Yeah, I mean, I was just doing a gimmick there. You can keep going. Sorry.
He's got those noodle arms. That's his problem.
Malone.
Yeah. So then Jokic was like drawing up plays on the bench. But then people were like, Malone would never let him do this. And so he's excited about that. So yeah, I don't know. Very, very, very bizarre decision, but it seems like it wasn't bizarre to anyone involved with the team. Like they were like, yeah, it's just got too bad to handle. And it's also crazy Calvin Booth had an extension on the table, but it was like one of the lower paid ones. And he was just like, it was just sitting there, and he's like, well, I'll just get back. Worst case scenario, this is here
I
for
built
me.
a championship team. I literally built it.
He's like, I'll just prove myself, and we'll win. And then
Yeah.
then it got
Who did
pulled.
that? Was that Dennis Schroeder?
Who bet on
Yeah.
himself? There have been a few guys. I think he did. Nerlens Noel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of Schroeder. If the alternative is Nerlens Noel, but yeah. Where it was like 100 mil on the table from the Lakers, and then he had that shit series against the Suns, and they were like,
Yeah.
maybe not.
And he was like, I'm gonna sue my age.
Okay.
What's his face? Oladipo. They said that about him, but then he's like, I never had that offer. They knew my knee was wonky. And then Jimmy Butler, he bet on himself, but it paid off back in the day with the Bulls. But yeah, the Nuggets were in trouble.
We have a bunch of requests from them. I'm only doing 3. So we could do Nikola Jokic's stable. Firing Malone like this was terrible, and it makes me hate that basketball terrorist Booth even more. How do you think the Nuggets' latest Nepo baby head coach will do in his trial by combat in these playoffs? Also, shout out to the Pickett line. We are growing in numbers with each passing game. Oh, Jalen Pickett had 18 points on 80% true shooting against the Kings. I forgot to say that. But
Unleashed.
Yeah. How do I think David Adelman will do in the playoffs? Probably not great. I mean, he's like, I don't know. He just got the job, and he has to go to war with like Ty Lue or somebody in the first round. That's pretty tough. I don't know. I saw a report that Dan Hurley might be looking at the job, which, like, I hate every clip I see of him. I don't want him to be my coach. He's so annoying.
I don't think he'd work in the NBA at all. He's too hard-nosed, old school. It's not.
And that's just not where, like, you can squeeze wins out on the margins in college by trying hard every night. By like everyone grinding it out. In the NBA, that's just not how it works. Yeah. Okay, so what is even the question here? How will Adelman do? Probably not good, I think. Which, like, I think...
Well,
What?
Did you see the Blazers are like, we kind of wanted to hire that guy.
I think he could be a head coach.
I don't know if that's
I just
real
think,
or
like,
not, but
giving him the reins 4 games before the playoffs and someone asking me, how's it going to go? Probably how you would expect it to go. Like, that's just a scenario. You're not set up for success there. But yeah, like, I think if...
I mean...
Oh, sorry, you go.
Oh, wait, no. Finish what you're
I just think that, like, I do think he could be you know, or he's worth a swing at head coach somewhere. The Lakers interviewed him last year. He's gotten buzz. He's consistent. Like whenever Malone's missed games, he's done a fine job. And so I don't know. It's just like the idea of him being head coach at the start of next season, I don't hate that. It's just 4 games left.
And the problem with this Nuggets team is there's not too many cards to play. So I don't know how much coaching he'll have the option of doing. Otherwise, like it'll be like when Westbrook is 0 for 4, will he bench him or no? And stuff like that. Which other bad shooter should we bring in?
Well, Jalen Pickett went 5 of 9, 18 points.
Oh, maybe he'll unleash the Pickett post-ups.
Ooh.
No, that
Please. I saw someone commented. They said flirting, Luka doing post-ups, harassment, Jalen Pickett doing post-ups.
Luka couldn't do it in.
They hate to see a thick guard thrive. It's ridiculous. Okay, Barry Propel says, first-time commenter, long-time listener. Okay, damn. How long, pal? What moves?
How long is
How
it?
long?
Just guys being
just busting balls, man. Come on. What?
Guys, tweet boys at Bussin' with the Boys. Let's get us on there.
Is that a podcast?
Yeah, that's two former NFL guys.
Bussin' with the I'm going on.
They record in a bus.
I pretend to come every 15 minutes. Oh, sorry, just bussin', guys.
Oh, all right. I don't want to go on anymore.
Guys, comment down below if that would be funny. The 3rd time I did it.
Guys, it was school bus now.
Oh my god. Fuck. Where was I on Barry Propel's tweet? Long-time listener. What moves do you think need to be made or should be made in the offseason following the inevitable first round exist? Made a typo. Does Jokic get fraud allegations? Is MPJ shipped out? Maybe even Murray puts up another stinker. Personally, as a member of the We Have No Defense brigade, I feel as if getting rid of MPJ will ultimately be the best decision. His on-ball defense and screen navigation leaves a lot to be desired, and I hate to see Jokic's prime go to waste. Maybe trading for his first All-Star teammate will be the move. IDK, though, just spitballing, dash the big BP. Okay, lots to unpack here.
Jokic and Murray for KD and Booker.
Some say no. Matt Ishbia says no.
He probably
it might just work. He's like,
I don't want
they're
Jamal.
Scamming us.
He's damaged.
Devin Booker's better than Jamal Murray, so I don't want it.
Well, do KD for Jokic straight up or nothing?
Nothing. Who's your worst contract? Give me that guy. Zeke Naji. Throw him in. Come on.
I'll take KD. I'll take Jokic for KD, and I want to kiss on the butt cheek. Right or left? Yeah, it's the only choice you have in this matter. Calvin. Oh, it's not Calvin anymore.
Oh, man. Okay, so what do I think? I think MPJ trade, probably the most logical thing, just because I think it's the most return on that amount of money you would get. If you move, like, Jamal Murray, I don't think anybody's really going to... The market's not there, barring, like, an insane playoff run where... If that happens, I don't think they'll want to trade him. They'll be like, okay, that's healthy Jamal Murray. We got him. Lock him in. One thing I saw, Michael Porter Jr. for, like, Cam Johnson, and if they could get Day'Ron Sharpe, that'd be so sick. I wouldn't hate that, just because I don't really think you're going to put together a package structured around Michael Porter Jr. and get an all-star level player. I think the move is probably just recognize, hey, Jokic gets you into fringe contender territory by himself. You don't need like another all-star. Maybe what you need is just like very solid role players around him, and that's the angle you should take. Well, what do you think?
I don't know. It will be interesting with a new guy coming in who, and Malone being gone means probably the loyalty to Jamal will not be there, and so they will explore options of breaking up that duo, And now based on Jokic's reaction to the Malone move, maybe he would be okay with that because he would recognize like that's not getting the job done. It's just business. Which I would have been hesitant on that before because I thought they were power friendship. But yeah, I don't know if you'd be able to just. I don't know. I feel like there's not too many trades out there for them to make. And we're probably screwed.
Kevin Durant.
But I mean, what are you gonna
Michael
give up?
Porter Jr.
I mean, if you could trick Matt Ishbia, show him the mixtapes.
Yeah, let's do it. Fool him. Hey, we have your picks, and it's like, nah, Houston does. You just didn't check, dumbass. No takesies, backsies.
Idiots. Yeah. But yeah, I think either this roster will look radically different next year, or it'll be the exact same.
I would put money on radically different, just because it would be so insane to be like, burn the house down and then run it back. Like, don't change anything. That just makes no sense. Let me see. Sorry, I don't mean to have silence on the thing. Do we do two?
Well, everyone can take that moment to reflect and to honor the United Healthcare CEO who was slain in cold.
There's got to be a new
Street,
rich
Brian
person who's
Thompson.
died since then.
Well, who was murdered? Who was a hero?
Who's a hero?
You ever heard of healthcare? What's the first word? That's what he worked in. Help. He was helping everybody.
Christian Hell.
Oh God, he's not.
I'm not saying where he went. I'm just saying that's where he worked. It was hell.
No, it was healthcare.
Hell. Should I do?
There's more.
Should
to
I
the
do
word.
Saul or should I do Adam
Healthcare.
Boudreaux's request?
Who's it better? Who's Spurs the most discussion?
Was Christian?
And I'm not talking San Antonio.
Neither of them are very insightful. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, fellas. One is about Christian Brown being in the White Boy of the Year race, and one says, could an undersized, slow-footed point guard with swag have been the answer this entire time?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the key. It's the key.
Yes to that one. Christian Brown, White Boy of the Year. The award is canceled because of woke.
Oh.
They got rid of it.
Okay.
Tony Hawk wins again. He probably won like 12 straight back in the day.
I thought you were like moving on to the next team, but instead you're like loading up Tony
Hawk wins again. The Clippers, I think. Is that who's next? You don't know. You never know.
I got him.
You're ridiculous.
So the Clippers are 4-0 this week.
Cool. Any other insights?
Well, they're at the top. They had the best record in the last 4 games.
They beat the Rockets, the Spurs, and the Mavs twice. In their last 15 games, they're 13-2. Kawhi is averaging 26.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals.
Who? Oh, you mean the Western Conference Player of the Week?
The Wakao? The Wakatwa?
The Wickpot.
The Wickpot. Wickpotwa. The white.
All right, enough.
You do the Clippers then. Read what do you have any thoughts?
Enough after.
Enough. I'm done. Stop it.
Yeah, they beat the non-canon Rockets because they were resting everybody. They beat the Spurs. They beat the Mavericks. Zubac's made history. Where were you? 11 for 11. He also had 10 rebounds, and so he's the first player ever to have 25 and 10 with no turnovers and no misses. Wow. And then Kawhi and Harden in that game had 29 each. That's a tough recipe. You're not going to beat those guys when they're playing like that. And then Zubac has the highest plus-minus in the NBA since the All-Star break, plus 231. Damn. And then Harden has scored at least 35 against every team in the NBA after his outburst against the Rockets And that's the lowest one. If you take that out, he scored 40.
Outburst.
At least 40 against
He was yelling at
everybody.
the Rockets.
He was cooking. I'm James Harden.
James Harden, he'd listen to my beard. And then he does like ASMR. Can you hear that?
I wish. I think LeBron would look better with a thinner beard.
I think LeBron would look
and
better
then just,
with like
just
a fun
stash.
mustache, like a quirky, like maybe. What kind of mustache you thinking?
I think when he was just stash LeBron, just solo stash, he looked pretty cool.
He should do like the wax, the twirl it on the ends, and he should wear a bowler hat in game.
Ooh, post career, Michael Jordan had the Hitler stash, so LeBron should do it during.
That would be
basketball.
cool. That's where this
To
bit
top
was
it.
originally going. I was gonna say Hitler stash, but you moved me away from it naturally, and then you circled back to it. So hey, that's on you. I don't have anything to do with that.
I'm a master fencer. It's like we were fencing.
Yeah, it's exactly like that, except we're not fencing, and I'd never fenced before. What are you playing, magic wands with Harry Potter?
No, this is a scepter. This is a fencing scepter. Don't play dumb.
Oh man.
Are fencing jackets in? Comment down below.
Maybe. I'm walking around with one of those beekeeper outfits on that they wear.
Oh, it kind of get people nervous.
Yeah. It's this guy who whenever someone walks into my theater, I'm always scared. So there's gonna be a shooting, and so a guy walks into the theater 10 minutes late in a full fencing outfit, and it's just like, oh fuck, what's this guy gonna do?
There is a dude at my theater who's like, I'm pretty sure he's a homeless guy, and he does that, and he's popped up twice in my
if you
movie,
develop a
and
rapport, if you know him, then it's different. If you're just like, oh, that's that guy, that's different.
But I don't like when he's behind me, and then I'm just hearing. I feel like he like stretches.
Oh, he's jacking off behind you, no question. Dude.
No, I'm not going to those kinds of movies.
It doesn't have to be that kind. That man is going to town behind you.
I never got spum on my hair.
I mean, that you know of.
I would know. I'd be like, what the heck? What's
He'd be
this?
like,
because look, I'd be doing this.
what is that?
Imagine it's like sticking.
Uh-huh.
What the heck is this? Oh, this must be the spum from the movie theater.
God, what a fucking visualization. So we have one lobby. Oh, they're the best offense, second best defense in the league over the last 15 games, where everybody's killing it. They have held their opponents under 100 points 5 times, under 110 points 10 times in that run. And we have one lobbyist request from Highball, who says, let me get my reading glasses on here. Jack, you recently talked about Steph Curry and his Hierophant Draymond Green, but how would they match up against James Harden and his Zoo World, or Shea and his Heaven's Door? That's a good one. Or even LeBron and his Adam Silver Chariot. Damn, did you come up with these off the dome? That's crazy. P.S. I saw the 115 requests, and I was bamboozled by the amount before realizing half of that was new fellow lobbyist That Boy Nice Expert dash HBL. So what's the question here? How everyone would fare? Draymond Green is probably the most powerful stand in the NBA, I would say, because Shea doesn't have enough control over Lou Dort for him to really use it precisely. That's one of the things in JoJo's stands is precision. There's like a, you know how like with powers sometimes there'll be like a big circle and like they'll move more in one direction if they're more powerful at a certain thing.
Like Nen?
Yeah, I think the Nen circle is... Yeah. Precision is one of those things. And Lou Dort's... Draymond's precision wouldn't be great because he's naturally a bruiser like that. But Lou Dort, I mean, his precision... He's just uncontrollable. The best is in the third... So when they first introduced stands as like a legitimate concept, Jotaro Kujo, the main character of Part 3... His stand is just the best at everything. It could do whatever. It's so cool.
Nice.
All right. Do you have any thoughts on that? Why don't you
No,
watch
the
JoJo's?
cl-
What's the deal?
I'll get to it one day. There's a lot of life to live.
How'd you watch Solo Leveling
So,
before
right,
JoJo's?
Write down. Solo Leveling's a banger.
So is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. God damn, bro. You don't even know about... fuck, whatever. Sorry, Josh Lerman, but I gotta pee. I've been trying to drink more water recently. You're supposed to drink, if you're supposed to drink like half your body weight in ounces, I think, which I definitely have not been hitting, but
you do get water from everything.
okay, well, I've just been drinking water. So do you want to talk more Clippers?
But
or
you
do
get
want
water
to do
from
Warriors?
coffee and your food too. Wait, what were the options? I burned on my Clippers.
You can pause, or we could do the Warriors.
We'll pause.
All right, pause it.
Oh shoot! There's no countdown for resuming. I thought there was, but we're resumed.
Josh Sperman seething right now because we just took a bathroom
Suck
break.
it. Get flushed.
Suck it. Get flushed. All right, the Warriors 3-1 in their last 4. They beat the Suns, the Nuggets, the Lakers. They lost to the Rockets, I think. I got timestamp this hoe. What do you think about the Warriors? Steph Curry, is he washed? Is he done? Crap.
After the Grizzlies lost, the Warriors controlled their own destiny for a playoff spot. And so with the final 2, and they're going to be at Portland and at the Clippers, they'll be at least the 6th seed. They could also climb above the Clippers if they lose to the Kings tomorrow, and Nuggets if they go 0-2. So some maneuvering is still going on. And then the only other thing I have is Steve Kerr said on the radio at 9:57 the game. The lineup with Jimmy, Draymond, and Jonathan Kuminga doesn't fit. It just doesn't. Little Bill Simmons-ism there.
Oh yeah, they hate Kuminga now.
Was it an option to trade him instead of Wiggins?
I don't think so. I think the money. I think Wiggins' money is what made it work.
Not on his big money yet, right?
Yeah, they're up for paying him. I don't even think they've negotiated the thing yet.
Yeah, so that's a bummer. But he's interesting off the bench. But yeah, there's just not the lack of spacing would be a problem.
Check out this baby elephant. Pretty cool.
Okay.
How do you feel about baby elephants?
I'm pro elephant. I usually think about the adult elephants.
Why? Well, I'm out of focus.
Because they say that they pray to the moon, and they're such nice guys as well. And also, sometimes they can get elephant musk and kill everybody around them. Or is it must?
I'm all blurry. It's a blurry episode for me for the rest of the thing,
might be
guys.
called
Sorry.
Must, but yeah, they go crazy. But I'm pro elephant.
Okay. Hey, nice. I'm pro Steph Curry, and he sucked against the Rockets.
Got shut down.
That's a bit tough. Got jacked off, dude. But jacked off by the chastity
that's
belt.
not what that does.
So he got blue balled by the chastity
Got
belt.
protected.
Nice. Okay. Protected from his disgusting
devil
urges.
itself.
Hey, the devil versus Steph Curry 3-point shooting contest. Who
Ooh,
wins?
the devil. He's omnipotent.
What? No, Steph wins because I'm operating off the "Devil Went Down to Georgia" song from Guitar Hero 3, and that version of the devil he could lose.
Trick question.
Contests.
Steph Curry is the devil.
Maybe if you're trying to get low-income housing.
Yeah.
But beyond that. Yeah. Oh, shit. We got a lobbyist request from President John F. Kennedy.
Mr. President,
John F. Kennedy is
glad
alive.
to see you're here.
Hey, you need to make a statement, dude.
Can you come down to Wichita? Me and the boys in the union have some questions for you. I'll tell you what. We'll treat you right.
Okay.
Come to my house for biscuits.
What's a 50? Cottage cheese. That's what they were eating.
Well,
in the
we're known
60s.
for our rotisserie
That's what-
steak. Come down to the diner.
one one of my favorite things about the show Mad Men is it'll just cut to someone eating the most fucked up food in the world sometimes. Like it'll just cut to he's got like a bowl of cottage cheese and he's dumping like ketchup into it and it's like, "Oh, Jesus."
And then
What
if
were
you cut to me, I'm eating Thai curry. So who's really up? Don Draper.
Oh, that might be the
that
move
might be the move
for
for me
dinner
as
tonight
well.
actually.
Either that or tacos.
Damn. Ooh, I'm thinking maybe pizza. I don't know. So President John F. Kennedy says Warriors slash Bulls. The Warriors and the Bulls. Multiple West teams like the Warriors are almost at 50 wins, but are in danger of the play-in tournament. If you were commissioner, would you eliminate conferences to give the West teams that are 4 through 8 guaranteed playoff spots over all the teams below 4 in the East? An added benefit of this would be that the Bulls wouldn't make the play-in every year and we would be forced to actually tank. I don't think that second part's true. The Bulls would, if they saw, like, if it was just like a straight 1 through 16 records make the playoffs, and the Bulls were like the 18th record, they would be like, we got them next year.
Nothing will force the Bulls to tank other than a vigilante breaking into Jerry Reinsdorf's bedroom, making some threats.
Okay, here, hold on. What letter is this? It? Can you hear it?
Is this the hospital?
Yeah, you're next to Arturas Karnisovas' bed. What do you have to
Nightmare. I don't know. Well, no, I am not a threat to Arturas Karnisovas.
Oh, so you're visiting him in the hospital?
I am not a threat to you, Arturas Karnisovas.
If I was next to Arturas Karnisovas, it would sound like this.
Ooh, and then he drops nothing. He drops what's the stupidest inventory item for him to have? He has copper.
He's got like he's been gathering the rotten flesh from zombies that die in the sun.
He's maxed out on rotten flesh. You've been eating
5
this the whole
stacks of-
time. And it's
You know you can eat it, right? And it doesn't
you're
kill
level
you.
100. You haven't died in years. This is what you have going on. He's like, I thought this good.
This good.
He would eat rotten flesh in real life.
Yeah, he probably does.
What was the question?
So yeah, I mean, no conferences for the play-in shit. I guess.
Oh.
Would you do it if you were commissioner?
Wait, no conferences for the play-in only?
No conferences for everything. So
I wouldn't.
1 through 16.
I wouldn't because what's it called? I think we are seeing the NBA get more talent than ever, and I think at some point we will reach a time when both conferences are good. When almost
Critical
every
mass.
and
We were close. Wasn't last year pretty close?
Who was in the East last year? Celtics, Sixers,
Or maybe two.
Knicks.
Maybe the year the Nuggets won is what I was thinking.
But I'd like to think that there's a world where both conferences can be good, and then rivalries can be reignited and stuff like that. But also, I think the biggest issue is travel. You don't want to have a playoff series really until the finals. That's between like Golden State and Miami.
Yeah,
that'd be a little rough.
Yeah. So in 2024, it was Celtics, Knicks, Bucks, Cavs, Magic, Pacers, Sixers, Heat.
It's better than it usually is.
That's not very good. Yeah. I don't know what the problem with the East is also, because it's just like how can it consist? How can this be a theme for 2 decades?
Well, Jerry Reinsdorf has been there the whole time, so that explains the Bulls. The Hornets' ownership has been terrible the entire time, so that explains them. The Wizards' ownership has been horrific.
Oh, the One Piece character thing is still on my screen. I had it open in the background. Okay, for Jerry Reinsdorf, I spun the wheel. His character, Buggy, because he's a
Celestial
clown.
Dragon. He's evil, and it really might be an ownership difference, but also, I don't know.
I don't know. Who gives a fuck? John F. Kennedy. How about you, John, go F yourself?
Okay.
How's that? John,
He was a
frick
hero.
you.
He was eradicating the CIA.
Yeah, and he was Irish.
Yeah.
So that means he was.
He was
Percival
loyal to
Speller.
the Pope, not the people.
It is crazy when you go read shit from back then. Newspapers being like, Jesus Christ, a Catholic is in office. Oh my God. And it's like, yeah, just like, I don't know. The way there's so many, like if you read, I think it's in the Jakarta method where like they talk about the fact, well, he was Irish, so he could understand an oppressed people. He didn't want us to take all of their natural resources.
What's it called? Joe Biden is Irish, and his mom refused to sleep in the same bed at the White House that the Queen of England slept in. So that was based, and then he just became. What's up with people who have based parents and then just become complete losers? Like Kamala Harris, her dad is like a
Black Panther, right?
I think so. He's like a Marxist professor.
John F. Kennedy and Quarter Man Sam says, after watching Freaky Tales, I have now been convinced that Sleepy Floyd will use his magical godlike powers to ensure the Warriors' victory in this year's playoffs.
That's a movie
means.
in theaters, and I think I only briefly read the description, but I think one of the people is an NBA player.
Sleepy Tales? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Did I misread that? Let me go back here. God. Freaky Tales.
Is that the movie, or is he just being a freak?
No, it's Freaky Tales Showtime. Oh, it's Pedro Pascal and some other people. This looks weird. I don't want this. Can I watch another Iron Man movie?
I think they're done with those.
Fuck! Okay, whatever. I'm done. I'm done with the Warriors, too. What are we at? 123-ish? 123. Who's after the Warriors? You tell me.
Oh,
Guess.
shoot. Gas. You know that TikTok sound? Comment down below if you know it.
No.
No.
Comment down below, that's dumb.
Timberwolves?
It's Grizzlies. 3-1 in their last 4. They beat the Heat, the Pistons, the Hornets. They lost to the Wolves. I like it when someone beats the Heat. It sounds like they went for a refreshing swim. Jalen Wells. Oh, fuck. I called him Jalen Clark on the timeline this week. And everyone, I went to sleep. And then I woke up and everyone was like, aren't you an idiot? Yep. And so, anyone who commented on that, real life, you're a piece of shit, dude. Jalen Wells, he fell like crazy in the Hornets game. It was fucked up. And we just got a report from Shams about an hour ago. He's probably going to miss the rest of the season with a right wrist fracture. The Wolves game is what I wrote most of the rest about, and then we have some lobbyist requests. So what do you got on the Grizzlies?
Yeah, I just wrote lost to Minnesota. Jalen Wells out for the playoffs. Huge loss for a guy who's played a ton of minutes for them and been a good starter. Ja threw the grenade. That was epic. And then
literally listens to the podcast.
Yeah. Wait, did you actually say that word for word that he should throw a grenade or what?
I did, but then I also made a TikTok about it where I said he should have a bazooka or throw a grenade or something, and then he started doing it, and I don't know. I think he's done the bazooka before, but I don't know if he's ever done the grenade before. So, Joff, you're here. We got a special Patreon tier for you. It costs $5,000 a month, and you get 1,000 episodes.
And we'll give you consulting on how to avoid suspensions. Number 1. Get a water gun sponsorship.
Number 2, seduce Adam Silver.
Well, huge game for Ja versus Minnesota. It was a duel for a little bit.
Yep, Flintlock pistol.
He had 36 and 6. Bane had 28. JJJ 23.
Bane let me down. I thought this was about to be. He had 24 in the first half, and I was like, ooh. And then second half, obviously, do the math there, 4 points. But yeah, really good offensive game from Ja and Bane and Jaren Jackson. But I wrote down this was a matchup where you kind of feel Jaren's deficiencies as a rebounder a little bit, where it's just like the Wolves. I don't even think they killed him on the offensive glass or anything, but they rebounded him by like 8 or 9, and it was just like I think he finished with like 2 rebounds. It's I don't know. Part of me is always like, don't focus too much on the rebounds when you have such a special player like Jaren Jackson Jr., but it's also a lot easier to say that when he's being supplemented by like Steven Adams, and that won't be happening in
But
these
he's got
playoffs.
Edie. Didn't Edie had like a 20 rebound game this week, right? I forgot to write it down.
He had some record like that where he was the first rookie in a while to average 20 rebounds for 4 games or something. He went crazy on the boards, just not against the Wolves. Yeah. And I think part of that is did he play against the Wolves?
Because I remember him. I was like, God, he's such an easy target.
Yeah, well, that's probably why I don't remember him, is because they fucking benched his ass.
It's like Jock could just whip it at the rim, and he's right there.
Okay, yeah, let me see this. Over the last 4 games, before that Wolves game, Edie was averaging 17 rebounds over those 4 games. He had 69 rebounds, in a 4-game stretch. Pretty cool.
They're back.
The One Piece character wheel. You could keep talking. This is for Zach.
Yeah, the Brandon Clark loss hurts on that front too.
He's Kuma. Yeah, no, it does. Where it's just like, I don't know. It's crazy. They're losing. No Clark, no Jalen Wells.
GG is not who he's supposed to be this year.
If the Grizzlies weren't already on some bad momentum stuff, I feel like these would be bigger stories. But it's just kind of like, oh yeah, on top of the fact that they kind of stink lately, now they don't have 2 of their best players. Yeah. We have 4 lobbyist requests. Someone's going to get left out. Sorry, guys. Let me see this. Oh, I also wrote down terrible defensive game from the Grizzlies. The Wolves had 52 points on 86% from the field in the third quarter. They shot 100% from the restricted area in the third quarter and 80% in the paint, while also going 7 of 8 from 3-point range. So
it was actually great defense, just perfect offense.
Perfect, better offense. That's what Mark Jackson was on the call, and every time he said, "That's good defense, better mama. There goes that man." It was truly.
Should the Nuggets hire him?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Who cares? Trey Jones enthusiast said, "I just caught up to the episode where Jock compared Taylor Rooks to a pigeon. Do you have any other NBA bird comps? Personally, I think Ja Morant is reminiscent of a peregrine falcon, as falcons are known to essentially be parrots with glass cannon builds. Ja's injury history, along with the fact the way that he dives to the rim, reminds me of this magnificent bird. Trey Jones enthusiast." That's not a bad comp.
They can reach up to 200 miles per hour.
Yeah. Fastest land animal.
Well, they're sky. They're sky animals.
God. Well, I think birds are counted as land animals.
What the heck?
I think it's land or sea.
We only have 2 tiers when we clearly have a 3rd tier.
Hey, take it up with the science community, man.
What was it? Oh, yeah, that's a fine comparison. Who would be the bird comparisons? So, who's another cool bird that I like?
Zion Quetzalcoatl, the dinosaur. Like the giant, scary flying. It's like, holy fuck, this thing should not evolutionarily even be able to move around. And instead, it's like the size of a Subaru, and it's about to pick me up and eat me.
I don't know too much about real birds. I know about Pokemon birds. So Staraptor.
We'll do a Pokemon bird comp.
Who would be Staraptor using Flare Blitz, or not Flare Blitz? What's the move? People know what I'm talking about. Where they do a lot of damage, but they take a little damage themselves. Is it Flare Blitz for Staraptor? But Taylor, Jokic is the bird that makes that's everyone's nostalgic for. School mornings.
Oh, morning dove or whatever. Yeah.
I saw a kid who his special interest is birds, and he has like 50 bird sounds locked and loaded. It was pretty epic.
Oh, I saw a kid whose special interest was fire alarms, and he has like 50 fire alarms that he just sets off in his room sometimes.
Yeah. The bird kid would be a witch, in post, but in a post-apocalyptic world, he'd be a weapon.
Oh, easily. You have that many tricks up your sleeve?
You could lure.
That's one of my favorite. The My Hero guy who, if you answer one of his questions, he can control your mind. I love his power, and I love the tool that he can like mimic voices with. I think that's so sick.
I love that. Answer me, are you gay? Well.
I think we lagged.
You just got owned in front of the whole stadium at the Spring Festival.
The Spring Festival? What is this a small
town? That's
town?
what they have in Japan. That's what they were fighting at. The Spring Sports Festival or something.
Hey, you're looking at my testicles right now. Okay, how's that,
too
pal?
Much.
Too much. My fault. I'll dial it back. Cunt Warlord. Okay, Cunt Warlord says too much. For this episode, I'm gonna need Jack to be tarred and feathered head to toe for calling first team all rookie Jalen Wells quote Jalen Clark on the timeline after his vicious attack by the KKK harlot Hornets.
Oh shoot.
No one has it worse than us. Cunt Warlord. I'm not gonna do that.
No, I'm feather.
Lydia Tar, and she's like trying to conduct me, but I don't know how to play the violin or whatever that movie's about, and so she's getting all like J.K. Simmons Whiplash angry at me.
Okay.
I don't know. I never seen it, but all I remember is there's like apparently it was like a big scandal, whatever she was doing, like the way she was treating people. And in the background of all the shots of her like in an auditorium being like, "Hey, you dumb fuck," there's just like clearly someone with a camera at the back of the room like recording her, and it's like, damn, you think she'd be a bit more subtle.
Every other like goat or previous goat of their field wants to be recognized as Michael Jordan so bad. Like I saw Barry Bonds recently. Number one,
he deserves it. Don't say anything. Watch your fucking tone.
Number one,
Bonds,
he was talking. He was like, it was tougher. The game was tougher back in my day because they'd hit you with the pitch more. And I was like, come on, dude. You're
talking about the guy, the Detroit Pistons famously, they made stab him in the face if he comes in the paint.
It's like, you could do that. You could try and say that in football. You could say that in football. You could try and say that in basketball. It's baseball. It's not. It wasn't more physical back in the day. It was just baseball. But he was like, they always try and say like, well, I was also a crazy competitor too. I was like Michael Jordan. I was like literally just like Michael Jordan.
I was so competitive I took steroids.
I've seen like Lance Armstrong in his documentary did the same thing. He's like, I was literally Michael Jordan competitive level. I just didn't get the same juice. And like I've seen.
Well, it's because it's not as cool to win a bike
I've seen Wayne
race.
Gretzky be like, yeah, me and Jordan, we were like, it was like us two. We're like, me and Jordan, our competitive drive is what got us there. And stuff like.
Well, I feel like that could be true. Because Wayne Gretzky, he was like Michael Jordan in the 80s.
Yeah.
He obviously wasn't as global. They all have huge egos, but
it's there's like, you could tell, it's like, they think about themselves with him. They're like, it's me and him.
Hey, if I was Barry Bonds, I'd fucking say that shit, dude. Barry Bonds was so cool. Get him in the Hall of Fame. It's fucked up what they be doing to Barry Bonds. Everybody was on steroids.
Not Jim
like being
Thome.
like,
Not Jim Thome.
No, they all were. Jim Thome, Jim Blow Me. How's that?
Barry, bonding.
You don't have it. You never have. You're too nice.
Barry jail bonds.
Barry bonding with my friends. How's that?
Barry bond a sword through his chest. Now I'm
Whoa,
now I'm
that's
stabbing
just
it.
not. That's not what that's called. That's called
Oh no,
stabbing.
what's a bond?
Cutting.
I'm bonding the sword through his heart.
Barry, whatever. Jesus Christ, I'm stuttering. You got me so worked up about my
So
friend Barry
you
Bonds.
lose. You lose the debate.
Yep, first person to stutter or say you lose the debate. Hey, Jake and Pablo. After the Jay Will is saying this, by the way. I assume Jalen Williams with the Y. After the recent slide from the Grizzlies, are Jaren Jackson Jr.'s chances of making an All-NBA team in the dust? Was his monster first half of the season enough to carry him, or has his recent mediocrity and foul trouble doomed his chances? First of all, the first half of the season sucks. Nobody cares. Ever. It never matters. Draymond's showing that off right now. The MVP race has shown that off a number of times. I think Jaren Jackson could still make it just because it's positionless, but like, it's definitely not as clear cut of a case as it was.
He'll probably he'll still make it. I would imagine, yeah, because there's 10 spots.
There's 15 spots. We're talking all NBA.
Oh,
not
I
all
thought it was
defense.
all defense. All NBA. I don't know. He's got a good chance. I'd feel like still.
I think he'll make one. I don't know about
Yeah.
both. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, Toonbis says, is firing your coach right before the playoffs the new
Yep.
meta? There does appear to be a brief period after a midseason coach firing where the team goes on a bit of a streak since opposing teams don't know what's coming. How could Steve Kerr scheme for a coach with 2 games of experience? Could be big.
Could be the new meta. Let's get guys in with wacky strategies no one's ever seen.
Guys, Carrot Top head coach.
Okay.
Let's get it
no,
going.
not him. I don't want to look at him on the sideline. Rihanna head coach. And Jeff Gundy, assistant head coach.
What strategy would she have?
Panda replay.
Oh, okay. We're cutting to head coach Rihanna in the huddle. Mic'd up tonight.
We're gonna
Come on,
play
guys. Punda
1 by
replay.
1, 2 by 2.
Guys, get together under my umbrella and let's shine bright like a diamond. And is that Beyonce?
That might be her. Conceal our weaknesses in the defense, like a Fenty concealer. That's her makeup brand.
Nice. Guys, you got to think. You got to use more love on the brain. That's a song by her. I like that song. All right. I'm done with them. I'm done with the Grizzlies.
Did I have anything? No. All right.
I don't care.
We
I
haven't
just
been on the Grizzlies for a long
done.
time.
138. Well, it's because we're having fun. You know, we're getting. It's a classic riff sesh on the NBA. You guys are stupid. You guys are. We haven't even said anybody's really poopy today.
Just gay.
Just gay. I don't know why. I don't know what. Maybe it's because I'm thinking about it. Maybe that makes me something. I don't know. Who's the Wolves? Let's see. Well, don't tell Anthony Edwards we've been saying that because he will say something really rude to us. They blew a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter against the Milwaukee Bucks because they can't break a zone. That was really funny. They're 3-1 in their last 4. They beat the Nets, the Sixers, the Grizzlies. They lost to the Bucks. Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, though, against the Grizzlies, 75 points combined on 63% shooting. They went 12 of 21 from 3.
Even good Julius Randle is just like colliding into people and bouncing around everywhere. But yeah, this was last year playoffs. This is just typical invincible Anthony Edwards. I don't know. They're going to be very, very tough to beat when he's playing like this. Every jumper was going in. He even got some off movement. It was pretty cool. They smashed their previous franchise record for points in a quarter. It used to be 46, now it's 52, and they did it in the third.
Holy crap!
And then Anthony Edwards is the most blitzed player in the NBA, ahead of Steph. He gets blitzed 15% of his pick and rolls. Steph is only 12.
Damn. Blitz is slang for getting fucked up, so.
No, it's
He's
actually
like,
slang for bringing two defenders to pressure the ball handler and force it out of his hands.
No, that's not slang, because that's what it directly means. That's its actual definition. Slang is when you kind of you change the meaning of something.
That's slang for Spider-Man webs.
That's not what shape Spider-Man makes with his hands. It went like this. What is this?
You think it's the same shape every time? No, come on.
It's whatever, man. Okay, we have a bunch of Wolves requests. Leonard Miller Light says, "Hello, long-time listener, first-time
Welcome
lobbyist.
to the
Welcome
show.
to the lobby. Now that tariffs are paused, I'm liquid enough to join the Patreon. Every loss, there's a million Wolves fans saying we need to fire Finch. I'm personally too scarred from coaches past, but seeing the Nuggets and Grizzlies move on from their coaches, parentheses, brainworm timing aside, I'm worried if I'm being too conservative. Anyway, do you have any thoughts on the Birdman?
We have no
Thanks.
We have
LML.
no idea if it was good or bad that the other teams did it. But he's like, well, they did it. Maybe we should just do it.
Well, they did it. So fuck, dude. Everybody else is jumping off this bridge. I'm kind of nervous
too. Maybe I should shave my head.
jeez.
Oh shoot, I have a different shaped head.
Fuck, I'm bald. I look like a peanut. Damn it.
But yeah, Chris Finch is a fraud who couldn't coach after a leg injury last year. Ridiculous.
Second row Finch. That's what they call him.
Embarrassing. But I don't know. I saw yesterday some people praised him for his brilliant adjustment to take Desmond Bane out in the second half. I don't know if that was real or not. But
I don't know. But they liked that he did it.
I wasn't locked. And so a lot of times people will just be like, "Yep, that was coaching brilliance." And it's like, what do they do?
Yep.
He adjusts.
Something changes after halftime. It's just like, yep, they were talking about that in the
adjusted
locker
his
room.
shots to go in. We adjusted his sliders down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. Chris Finch was sus to me when he was like talking about the Julius Randle swap out for Towns in an overly positive way. Like he definitely believed it, and he's like, finally we got some toughness in here. This is what we need. This is gonna work out well. And I'm like, I don't know, but why you shouldn't be on board with this. But overall, I don't know. Things are going well for Minnesota right now, so I don't know.
Yeah. The Milwaukee game, it sucks. And I definitely think, I don't know, it did not make me super confident for their ability to, like, dissect. Like, if the Thunder throw some shit like that at them, they'll have a hard time. But for every other team they're going to face, I think they can handle it. I think they're a pretty good team, so, yeah. Firing Finch. Do it. Who cares? Yeah, do it. Go ahead. Whatever. Pull the trigger. M. Preg Ant Man 51 says, Timberwolves first-time lobbyist here asking the folks down at SOTL if they think Ant's shot selection from behind the arc will improve come playoff time. No, probably not. I love being a Minnesota fan, but it's hard to believe Edwards is averaging 40% on 10 three-point attempts with the kind of shit he chucks up in the clutch. Furthermore, I want to ask you what you think the next step for Ant is if he wants to elevate his game even more. Playmaking seems like the obvious answer, but he's averaging 0.5 less assists this season compared to last season while seeing way more double teams and actively trying to improve his passing. Very concerning. Sincerely, Anthony Edwards, pregnant. Edit. Ant and Randall combined for 75 and outmeet Ja and Bane. Wolves back.
He took a long two yesterday. I was upset. I said, "Come on, take a step back."
Come on, you gotta trim that out, man. And the analytics hate that, and I'm an analytics guy. I like the numbers.
I'm not worried at this point because it was in the playoffs last year, and now it's been a whole season of him just chucking up these shots and they all go in. So this what he really is one of the best shot makers in the NBA now. It's nuts.
It's very easy to be like, why'd you shoot that when he misses it? But like,
they're
want
going
him
in 40% of the time.
Yeah. If he's shooting 40% on 10 a game, you shouldn't mess with it. Like, don't change anything. But B, I certainly don't like everything we've ever heard come out of Anthony Edwards' mouth. I don't think anybody's going to convince him that they're like bad shots he shouldn't be taking.
Yeah,
that's part of being a
and it
confident
just
guy.
makes sense. They're giving him a cushion because they're so scared of him getting to the rim. And if you're, may as well take it if you're that good a shooter. And then the assist numbers being down tracks with being blitzed more because you're outsourcing the assist to a short roller.
Yeah. All of Julius Randle's assists, they go to Anthony Edwards.
But he definitely could improve as a passer. I think the leap for him will definitely be just higher level passing, like quicker reads and better reads. And then if he could get the off ball movement shooting to a super high level, I don't know what you could possibly do with the guy, because he's already feeling pretty impossible to stop from scoring right now. And it's just like, just hope his teammates can't capitalize off the passes. But yeah, he's just so good. And I think, yeah, I'd love to see the movement shooting so that he doesn't have to deal with all the double teams.
Yeah, that, and then also, I don't even know if it's specific. I think just identifying when to pass is probably the leap. I don't know if we're ever going to see a version of him that's like crazy high level, makes one or two passes a game where you're like, holy shit, that's insane. But I think he could be like a really serviceable passer. And a lot of times there's just like this hesitancy between him, like him not passing because he's like, well, I still, like, I know that guy's open or whatever, but I still feel like if I hold on to this ball, that's the best shot we're going to get. And a lot of times that's true, and that ends up being correct.
It's like Jalen Clark out on the wing. It's like, we're still in better hands
like, okay, well, he's, yeah. But I think just, not even like saying he needs to embrace and trust his teammates more or whatever, but just like really hammering home the decision-making impact of that and being like, hey, it's better if we keep the defense moving, and let's get the, and that goes hand in hand with the movement shooting thing that you're talking about, is if he gets the ball out of his hands, there's 16 seconds left on the shot clock or whatever, the defense is flying around because they've already overreacted to him and they're in rotation, and then he can come off some movement shit and hit a three-pointer. Combine that with him athletically, that's an insane player. And so, yeah, I feel like those two things, pretty straightforward areas for improvement, which is very normal for a guy who's 23 years old. So, yeah, he's good. All right. Oh, shit.
We lagged for a second.
Can you hear me?
Now we're back. But, yeah, also, right. I think the personnel of this Timberwolves team is very defensively slanted, and even with like the assist thing, like kicking out to Julius Randle, also it's like 12 seconds can pass before he makes another pass sometimes. So that'll deplete. Yeah. But also just like it's kind of a sticky offense right now because it's Randle, it's Gobert, it's McDaniels, and all these guys, and it's not necessarily flying around. So if he were to be put in a different context, like for example, if they got Nikola Jokic, that might be able to take his game to the next level.
Okay, we'll do one more. Should we do... I'm doing the shortest one. The Real Gavin. What's up, crew?
What's that?
I have noticed that there is a fellow Gavin amongst the lobbyists, and I have come to mark my territory.
I
have no
right
beef
here.
with other Gavins. We are allies in the namespace. However, I am coming to make it known that I am the real Gavin.
Well, you're calling
this
him
season
fake,
has been
that's
exhausting.
Antagonistic.
That's true. It's sadly one of the winnings. This season has been exhausting, and it's sadly one of the winningest in Timberwolves history. Yeah, your team has sucked for a long time, so enjoy it. I don't know. I think oftentimes the window can shift so quickly to being like, oh, it's just enough to win a championship that, it's not every year you get 23-year-old Anthony Edwards on your team. Ponder replay. Oh, okay. The Kings. Let me timestamp this up. I gotta. Okay, 149, 140, 150. The Kings are 1-3 over their last 4. Or wait, 3-1 over the last.
I was
My
gonna
fault. They
say.
beat the Hornets, Cavs. What were you
They're
gonna say?
3-1, dude.
Oh,
Me,
okay.
if you didn't speak up about it. If you didn't realize what was
me
happening.
when I said. They beat the Hornets, Cavs, Pistons. They lost to the Nuggets. Levine still got some sauce. Last 4 games, he's averaging 33 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds on 71% true shooting. He's shooting 62% from 3 on 9 attempts a game. Jesus, he dropped 37 on 21 shots to beat the Cavs. And then DeRozan against the Pistons also went for 37. He and Levine combined for 80 points on 54 shots in that game.
Can't teach that.
So, can't teach that. 2 of the best one-on-one players in the world, baby.
Except in the playoffs.
Shut up.
Yeah, they're.
When has Levine ever been in the playoffs? One
Yeah,
time?
I think literally one time. He was okay.
Not canon.
Kings, they're going to be in the play-in. Woo! Terrence Davis is back. They re-signed him. And you know what? They got some play-in legends. We know DeRozan. I think this is his 3rd straight play-in. But did you know that they have the GOAT of the play-in on their roster?
Jonas Valanciunas?
He's been in the play-in tournament every single year since it's been invented. It's his 6th straight play-in game. And he has the most points and rebounds in play-in history. Wow.
Nice.
Malik Monk will
Epic.
not be there, though, because he will be reevaluated in 2 weeks due to a calf strain. So he will miss the play-in game. So
Malik Spunk.
Okay. Take these guys out of their misery. Take them out behind the shed in the play-in game, please. And then we got some more Fox drama. He removed his "Thank You Sacramento" post off of Instagram.
Whoa. No way.
They hate him. They hate that guy.
I hate him too. Nah, just kidding. I don't care. Get trolled,
Oh,
Sacramento fans.
suck it, Jack the Kings
trolled.
fan.
Oh my god, you guys thought I gave a fuck? No, I hope he steals more money from you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, I hope you guys walk outside, no tires on your car. And you're like, oh, De'Aaron, no! How am I supposed to get to
Swipe up for a
work?
reason. Swipe at the
Swipe,
tight.
Nice. That's all I got for the Kings. You want to keep
Do we
it
have
pushing?
All right,
No.
yeah.
Well, if we did, I mean, I would. I don't know. More like the Jesters. 150, 153. The Mavs 1-3 this week. The Mavs lost to the Hawks. Oh wait, the Clippers twice and the Lakers. They beat the Hawks. AD had the game winner against the Hawks. That feels like 10 years ago. And nothing else happened. Major.
Rest
at
in
least.
peace, Luca. That's all I gotta say.
He was so sad. It was such a
Yeah.
sad game. He was like, "Oh, I'm crying." So is Luca less respect because he cried in public?
Yeah. Because that's for girls. So.
This is literally a plot line in The Sopranos where one of the guys, his daughter gets married and he cries, and then they're all like, "Yo, we gotta fucking
That's
kill
based.
this guy."
That's cool. Bring back real men.
Yeah, this guy, we're real, man. Yeah. So, the Mavs, it was pretty, yeah, it was just like Nico in the tunnel
Why
the whole
does
time.
he
I
go?
get so mad.
What is he? He goes to these.
Because he wants to pretend like he's brave, but he's not really brave because he's not like out doing. He's in the shadows.
He's got the cloak of invisibility on, and he's thinks he's tough for going to Slytherin dorm. Come on.
You're not tough. You're not the boy who lived. You're the boy who traded Luka Doncic.
And like, why even travel with, like, be at the road game sometime? I don't know. He's such an evil idiot, man.
Yeah. Josh Lerman says, Chronicles of a Lost Maverick. Last episode, you guys suggested I become a, quote, player guy since Nico ransacked my happiness. I already have a Bryce guy, parentheses, Asa Newell.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, he would
I
be
haven't watched him
incredible.
yet. I just downloaded 2 Georgia games.
Jeez, you're pirating games.
No.
Well, how are you downloading?
YouTube.
More like frown loading them because you're so
The
sad.
the guy who uploaded a ton of college games got taken down again. This happens like every year.
Jeez, that's sad. I'm sorry.
Thank God for
How
some colleges have psychotic fan bases and they upload all. It's just a guy who's like, I upload every Kentucky game. I upload every Arkansas game.
nice. Nice. Fuck. Josh Lerman, however, I would also like to invest in a guy who's already in the league. Gentlemen, do you have any suggestions on my new GOAT? P.S. Can we get Jack a catheter or something? He's pissing a lot.
Ooh,
Messing up the flow
would you
of the
catheter?
pod.
Would you catheter up?
Catheter? I hardly know her.
Set a benchmark for when you get a catheter. Set a Patreon goal. 10,000 patrons, we get a catheter. And then, remember,
10,000?
guys...
Nah, 10,000 I'll piss a diaper, but I'm not doing it. Catheter seems so painful.
What's our number for free patrons? 14 million or something?
14 million.
14 million patrons,
Yeah,
guys?
so
It's
we've
free.
It's a penny.
Oh, it's a penny. Okay.
It's not free. How are we going to make any money?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. 14. Once we have 14 mil, guys, subscription lowered to a penny. Tariff
14
proof.
million? We do a Thunderdome thing. 2 patrons fight each other every week
Oh,
to
shoot.
the death.
Okay. And we're rigging the matches. Josh Lerman is going against Michael Jordan at drunk driving, and he gets a car.
Oh, your name gives you powers in our world?
Yeah.
Nice. So DeLon Wright fights with the guy. He gets DeLon Wright on his side.
Jalen Johnson Enjoyer. He gets to ride, and he gets to be like Ratatouille.
Oh,
He's in
shit.
Jalen
Guys,
Johnson's hair, like a mech.
Start naming your Patreon accounts. Guy with AK-47.
It's just gonna be like Nuke. Hey guys, Nuke.
Hey guys,
Nuke times
bomb
infinity here.
Hey guys, 1 trillion lions. First time lobbyist here.
Oh, that is too many lions for the sun.
It's too many lions for. I saw one every Pokemon versus like 1 billion lions.
A billion?
And it was like, yo.
That's more attainable to lose to, but 1 trillion.
But if the Pokemon.
Trillion's a lot of lions.
It is. So Josh Lerman, new player. Do Wemby. Just do Wemby.
Yeah,
Your life will be so easy.
Get on the ground floor. Get on the ground floor, Wemby.
Yeah. Get on the floor with Wemby. Get on the ground with him. Take him down.
He's gaying up every segment, guys. Comment some.
No,
comment some hate.
That's not. I just said take him down wrestling style. That's the manliest thing you could do. The hell. Bwomp. Says Nico Harrison. Dog pile here for your. I can't read. Hold on. For your inevitable segment about Luka's return to Dallas. Check Tim Hardaway Jr.'s recent games. Then look through the lens of knowing and remembering that Nico literally gave up picks to get him to the Pistons.
Oh.
Of course, it was for Grimes in return, but it's not like he kept that guy either. I'm not going to do that. I assume Tim Hardaway's playing good?
I think he's doing solid for the Pistons. I don't know what he's doing lately.
I mean, I've never seen... He was the most hated man in Dallas when he left.
He was like Lee Harvey Oswald last year. But, and then Grimes... I don't know the financial they say it was a financial move. But I've always been a Grimes guy. So I don't know. Maybe I
Quentin Crimes, and he's like robbing
I might have
stuff.
kept him. But I'm also you could never put me in the deluded mind of a madman devil like Nico Harrison.
Yeah, I mean, if I was like Nico Harrison, I'd probably be really scared seeing all of the hallucinations and things that his brain is like projecting.
I bet Nico Harrison sleeps in a waterbed.
I bet Nico Harrison... I don't know. I don't have a thing about Nico Harrison. The Suns, 0-4 in their last 4. They lost to the Thunder, the Warriors, the Knicks, and the Celtics. Yeah, they got eliminated from playing in contention. And they suck, and they're actively on a 7-game losing streak, and they're terrible.
Who's this? The
Screw 'em.
Suns?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're donezo. Devin Booker got bullied by that reporter. Did you see that?
No,
It
what
was
did he
just,
say?
He's like, he kept asking him, like hard questions, and Devin Booker like wasn't being combative. He was just taking it. He's like, "You guys didn't play well tonight." He's like, "We didn't." He's like, "Why?" He's like, "I just didn't execute."
We
What?
stink.
It's been 4 games. You need to execute better, right? Yeah, I guess we do. It's like that. It was so funny.
Damn. Gambo's mogging the whole room down in
Why?
Phoenix.
What's he doing?
Well, I assume it was Gambo.
No,
Who's
it
yelling
wasn't
at Devin
him.
Booker?
But we do have a game.
How do you
I
know?
know Campbell's voice.
Oh.
It was Gambo. We did get a Gambo bomb. And by the way, Gambo sounds like he's from New York, which I guess no one's really from Phoenix if they're 50. There's a 0% chance, and Gambo said this passionately, there's a 0% chance that Bradley Beal is back on the Suns team next year. So, I mean,
He has a
I
no
understand
trade
we
clause.
hate him, Gambo, but how are we pulling this off? There's
There's a
There's a
0% chance my stepdad's still in the picture.
there's a
next
logistics
year.
hurdle. Yeah, there's a 0% chance that I'm gonna have the meanest teacher in 4th grade next year. I swear. I'm gonna
And it's like there's
I'm
there's
gonna
two
tell
teachers.
my mom
What the
to
hell?
pick the other one.
That's not my teacher. I'm not doing.
I
I'm not going to
literally
school.
won't go. I'm not getting on the bus.
I'll skip.
So yeah, good luck, Suns. But they are officially the most expensive team to ever miss the playoffs, and they are the only team in the NBA that's not in the playoffs, not in the play-in, and not in the lottery. So that
They're really in no
they're
man's
really
land.
out in the desert, apt. They're like the sun. They're out in the middle of space.
They're a lot like
And
that.
then, yeah, Bradley Beal just continues to cement himself as one of the most hated guys they're ever gonna have. Like they're so mad that he was like celebrating with Steph after the 3. Did you see that? He was, and they were just playing weird.
Yeah. He's insane. I mean, I don't get it. But whatever.
And then he's saying stuff like, "We can still make it."
No, you can't.
So I don't know what the plan is, dude. Just accept the trade. Just go to a bottom feeder. Life in Scottsdale can't be that nice. Like when he goes out in the streets of Phoenix, it is an NPC town in the downtown. There's no there.
But I'm sure there's like a bearded dragon or like a dust ball or something that's like, hey, I hate
Downtown
you.
Phoenix renders on the fly.
Yeah. It's like those Mario levels with the big like cactus guys, you know?
So, but I wonder if he gets hate. Like, probably not. I don't know.
Probably not. No one's got I mean, I wouldn't say it to his face. I'm a weenie.
Yeah, I'd say it. I'd say to and duck into a trash can.
Ooh, okay. I'd challenge him to hand-to-hand combat with
Ooh,
swords.
okay. Well, is that hand to hand? Sword to sword.
Okay.
I just destroyed you
All right.
casually. This is like nothing for me.
You think about swords a lot?
Yeah.
Guys, look up sword double entendre meaning.
He gave up another segment.
Google alternate meanings for swords.
Google alternate history of Peru. I don't know it, but I bet there
okay.
is one.
Guys, Google scariest submarine.
Oh shoot! Don't do it.
You're not gonna be able to sleep tonight. No.
There's a dude in Doctor Stone who they have like pseudo superpower. Nobody actually has powers, but there's a guy who used to be a submarine operator, and so he has super duper hearing for some reason.
Oh my god. Okay. The Blazers. On that note, we can go to the Blazers. No lobbyist request for the Suns. Not that surprising. 2-2 in their last 4, the Blazers are. They beat the Spurs and the Raptors. They lost to the Bulls and the Jazz. Shaden Sharp versus Utah. 37.7 rebounds, 5
I'm
assists
taking
on
Utah.
68%
I'm taking
true
Utah.
shooting.
He has higher cursed energy reserves. Oh, I thought you said Utah. Guys, good joke from me. If you know Jujutsu Kaisen.
Hilarious. Drew Jutsu
If
Kaisen.
I don't think I misspoke. If I did, you knew what I was going for. Idiot.
No, I thought you were talking about like a alternate Drew Holiday in Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, I'm
kind
not
of
a big
thing.
Drew guy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fucked up. He's really good.
Hope.
So what do you think
Hope an
about the
Iron
Blazers?
Claw happens to that family. No, that'd be so insane.
Jesus. Who? What the Blazers? Do the
I
Blazers?
don't have anything written for the Blazers.
You're useless.
They're 2-2. That's all I have.
Shaden Sharp. He scored 30 points in 3 of the last 5 games. I
Oh.
mean, we're really in the bad days of the season
I
for these teams. It's just
I
what
saw
are we
someone
doing
yell
at
at
this
you.
point?
It was either in our
Oh
was it a
yeah.
lobbyist or was it in Project Poop Check number 2 comments? You left Shaden Sharp off something.
I did. It was on Twitter comments, I think.
I'm not on
but well, secretly, clearly you are, because that's where this interaction took place. But
You're insane.
that's where it happened. So clearly, you're still, even though you only exist on burner accounts around the entire internet, you're on a burner account to be on Twitter still.
Maybe I should
And,
return to Twitter
on-
one day. Maybe it'll be nice to have a new account after my
go fresh
lurker
slate.
got hacked.
How many followers did that
No,
have? Like
I
0?
didn't let anyone follow.
That's so stupid. The perfect crime.
We got
Hacking an account with 0 followers.
we got it. Now we'll follow Elon and make it seem as if he's even more popular.
No. Yeah, but so I forgot to put Shaden Sharp on the young core piece for the Blazers. But even then, I really feel like they're gonna trade him or Anthony Simons. Like I don't.
Oh, I think
I don't look at-
Simons would definitely be before him.
I mean, I guess, but whatever. I don't give. Sorry, Portland people. In between your fucking PCP laced delusions, you can come be mad at me. That's all right. I saw Sasquatch. Yeah, sure, dude.
Oh, they
Shut
do
the
have the
fuck
most
up.
sightings up in the PNW. Is it?
Yeah,
Is
I
it because
bet.
they're on drugs or because the climate is perfect for Sasquatch? A lot of woods.
It doesn't even seem like that good of a climate for him.
Well,
It's all wet.
It's all trees, and so he blends in with them. I used to watch Finding Bigfoot on Animal Planet. Guy's name was Matt Moneymaker. It was his
Matt
real last name.
Moneymaker?
Moneymaker.
That's really cool.
They would always
Um,
split up into multiple groups, and then one time they were doing their Bigfoot yells, like, "Roar!" and they didn't realize they were like yelling at each other. So they're yeah.
We hear one.
And
it's
they
like,
have
no.
one scientist lady named Renee who's a skeptic. And every episode she's like, I can rule this out. This wasn't Bigfoot. Or she says, I can't rule that out. I'm not saying it was Bigfoot, but I can't say what that was. Was it coyotes or no?
Okay, we have one Blazers request. Owen,
Hello, Owen.
says paranoid to
Nice.
maniac.
Oh,
here.
someone also said Tumani Kamara's Belgian. We weren't locked in on. So that we
The waffle. That's what we
we
should
got a
call
couple we got a couple defensive demon Belgians.
it. All right. I was actually rooting for the Blazers to make the play-in just to get a whiff of competitive ball again. Instead, they committed to tank down the stretch, probably landing us in a weird zone of picking 9 to 12 range. What do you think of that decision from the Blazers, and what should they target in the draft? P.S. You previously asked me in a lobbyist request about my living situation in Japan. I paid $150 a month for a 3-bedroom apartment in Saitama. I've been to Fukuoka, and it's nice, though. If you want state-of-the-league Japanese lessons, let me know.
All right, where's Saitama? How far?
Oh, it's in One Punch Man.
Idiot.
No, it's true. It's his name.
Saitama.
Maybe the town's named
Japan.
after him.
Okay, where's this guy? Oh, oh my God, he's so close to Tokyo. I'm gonna do Saitama to Tokyo. Let's see. How long is this? It's a 53-minute drive. It's a 43-minute train ride. 6-hour walk. Hour 42.
6
hour
hour
42
walk.
bike
Wow.
and he's paying $150 for a 3-bedroom. Oh,
What the hell do you
what
need
a
all
land
those
of
rooms
dreams.
for, dude?
Oh my God. I'm getting excited thinking about how good a deal that is. What a blast.
This is the giddiest I've heard you
No-
all pod.
no Josh.
That's crazy. No, I mean, you kind of joshing right now.
What do you
I've seen him
oh,
giggle
I'm,
like this.
Yeah, I'm always pro tanking. If you're no, I don't think you gain anything from being in the play-in.
I'd rather have the 9th pick than
Yeah,
a play-in
even if
berth.
you win, because then what? I hate the idea of getting the young guys playoff experience by losing by 50 4 straight times OKC.
Yeah.
And anything like that. So yeah, I'm pro. Talent at the end of the day is what dictates most basketball games, and at 9 you've got a better shot than 15 or whatever. So based Blazers,
Yeah.
bench the Israeli super soldier.
Spurs 1 and
and
3 in their last 4.
Thibault's
They
been
beat
shooting
the
40% from threes since he came back.
holy shit, him and Tumani,
Wow.
the new Splash Brothers.
Wait, I did have stuff on the Blazers. I just wrote down Blazers twice, and one of them was empty. What a disaster. Just
Go ahead.
so Joe
Read it.
Cronin, the GM, signed an extension.
Joe Crony.
Okay.
More like it. Crooked
Dame
Joe
says
Crony.
Tumani should be all defense first team. Glazing. Can we get
Glazing.
Dame back?
Glazing.
They sources say that Adelman is in play if Chauncey Billups is fired, because his dad was a coach there. And then someone posted in their subreddit, the quarter season ticket packs are going up in price. This guy had seats that were $950 last year. They're up to $1,405. That's a month's
Jeez.
rent.
In Fukuoka, it's a
God,
year's rent.
10 years rent. There's a 47% increase over last year. He double-checked with the rep, and that's indeed the case. WTF. That's crazy for a team. I mean, they'll probably be better, but not 47% better. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, the Spurs. What are we at? 212?
Snoopy Spurs.
Spurs.
Like
are
Spurs.
1 and 3 in their last 4. Beat the Warriors. Lost to the Clippers, Blazers, Cavs. The Black Falcon.
You're
He's
filling
back,
out your apology
baby.
form? Let the apology be as loud as the disrespect.
I'm
Is it
apologizing
as loud
right
as
now.
the disrespect?
Why are you saying
I
it
stuttered
like
on
that?
accident because Joe Biden, corn pop. do you remember? I was laughing, thinking yesterday. Do you remember when he said when he called that guy fat? Like he's as if it was his first name. It was like a union worker or something. He was like, "Yeah,
Listen,
he's
fat."
like, listen." He's like, "Listen, listen, fat. I bet I do more push-ups." Than
Shout out to delirious old man. Just fucking no idea where he is, getting smoke with a fat union worker guy. That's so
Listen,
crazy.
fat. I'll beat you in a push-up contest right now. I think that's what he was saying.
Thanks, President of the United States. Oh my God. The Spurs. So Harrison Barnes, 20 points, 100% true shooting, 6 of 9 from 3 to beat the Warriors. Keldon Johnson had 10 points in the fourth quarter, cooking Draymond Green. And I think Evan Mobley's back in lead for the
What?
betting odds. So,
Crazy.
yeah.
Oh.
And we have
No.
we have 4 requests.
It's looking like Castle's gonna win Rookie of the Year. That's all I have to say on the matter. And then could Michael Malone be the successor
Nah.
to Popovich?
He's going to get rehired by the Nuggets.
Oh. Okay. Well, interesting strat.
Yeah, it's called a
Oh, because
fake out.
he'll have realized how how fragile it is, the coaching scene. And it'll come with a renewed
Okay.
lease.
Damascus Baldwin says, I did the tankathon simulation and got the Spurs
Whoa.
at 3 2 times in a row. My favorite sample size. Who should they pick? Sincerely yours, Damascus Baldwin.
I would go.
AJ DeBansa. Oh, wait, no. VJ
Hey,
Edgecombe. Sorry. They both have J
Hey,
second
DeBance's there?
letter.
Yeah,
so.
I'd go VJ because I would imagine Dylan Harper and Coop will be 1 and 2. So that's a spot where I'd feel comfortable going VJ Edgecombe.
What about Flag?
No, I think he'll be gone at number 1. I think the number 1 team is going to pick him. And if he,
that's who you
and
meant by
if
Coop.
he, if
Sorry, I didn't. I'm not familiar with
if
the
he were to
draft
slip to
lingo.
number 2, I think they would pick him there. I don't think he would slip to number 3.
No, he might. What if he slipped? Banana peel.
Well,
style.
what news could come out? Cooper Flag, part of Hamas. Cooper Flag, ardent supporter of Hamas.
They're like, well, have you condemned? And he's like, I don't condemn them. I think they've been pushed to this. And he's like, and they're like,
And
oh,
then
shit.
the Miami Heat trade up to the number 1 pick just to pass on him symbolically for Zionism.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I'd draft VJ Edgecombe. Ricky says, Spurs here. Is there a possibility that KD ends up playing for the Spurs next season? Also, Con Knipple is nice. I'd love it if the Spurs can take him if he were to fall to 8, in which we are projected to land around.
Ooh.
I'll sim the lottery right now, so we know
Ooh,
exactly
are they at
where.
8?
They're picking at
At
9. Yeah.
Oh, in your sim they're at 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's there, he
Yeah.
wouldn't be a bad pick at all. He's a nasty shooter. He's got a rim attacking game going on. He's got a little bit. He gets down low in a stance on defense.
But he's white.
Well, he's hardly white. He's more red than he is white. I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's
he's
good.
He's a
Cool.
gamer. This kid's a baller. I'll tell you what. So he's
a grinder.
Really, he moves up all ton. So I would love it, and he would be
Nice.
probably a weak. Well, he's as good of a weak point as you could get. If he's your worst defender, you're in okay shape. He's listed at 6'7". I don't know what he actually is barefoot, but he's so good.
Okay. Who's after Ricky? Ninja Betzer says hello from Denmark.
Hello.
Oh, shit, hello. Hello there. How do you see the coaching position? Pop out forever? Is Mitch Johnson good enough? No, probably not. But I hope Pop is not out forever.
I haven't been watching, so I couldn't tell you, and I don't know. It is one of those situations where like.
I heard through the grapevine, Greg Popovich has been breakdancing in the locker room, and they're just not showing anyone.
They're not showing anyone. It's like Chernobyl. They gotta shut down the info. Yeah, I don't know how you judge Mitch Johnson in this situation. But what was the other question he asked? Or what did he say?
I don't know. Weren't you paying
I
attention?
lost train of thought while I was riding my own train.
Well, it's just Pop out forever. Is Mitch Johnson good enough? And then he's from Denmark, so if that's a question.
I think Popovich will be back someday.
Oh shit. Okay, that's kind of fucked up.
Me and him are relating, and he.
How
and
are
he
you
can,
relating?
He could do the same. He could turn off his accent and talk like this. Hey, yeah, I'm a cool guy.
Oh, that's how
Yeah,
you
I'm a
sound,
cool
definitely.
guy. Surf's up. That's what I say a lot.
Yeah, when you're going surfing on the concrete beach.
It's literally one of the Great Lakes, so show some respect.
Maybe Great Fakes. It's not real.
What's the closest body of water to you? The Atlantic Ocean?
The Panic Ocean.
Hey, why don't you go and try and drink that water? Come back to me. Freshwater
something you
gang
can drink.
rice.
Pelicans 0-4 in the. Let's fucking spam through these last two. Just disgusting
Oh.
teams. What are we at? 219. Disgusting, horrific, horrible, awful franchises. Pelicans 0-4, lost to the Nets, Bucks, twice, and then also lost to the Lakers. Elfrid Payton, last 4 games, 7 points, 47 assists. He's the GOAT now. Magic Johnson never did that.
I don't know if Willie Green will be fired this year, but they've been upset with him the whole year. But
hey, Willie or Woney? Willie or Woney?
Malone probably not be a great fit. I think he'd be. I don't think he'd be a good match for Zion as a head coach. But I do think imagine a healthy Pelicans team with the wheel. That might be interesting. I might.
Could be the move.
Taylor Jenkins, Zion in the wheel, Tracy Murphy in the wheel, not Brandon Ingram.
In the wheel.
Who else do we have down there?
Herbert
DeJounte Murray in the
Jones.
wheel. Herb Jones.
We tore his Achilles, so he's not going to play
What?
next year. Yeah, you don't
Wasn't
remember
that
that?
at the beginning of the year?
I mean, I think it was like
Wait.
mid-season. I think he was coming back
Did
from
he-
a different thing, and he
Oh,
played
yeah,
like
did he
4
join?
games.
Mid-season from an ACL
Yeah,
or something.
maybe. I don't know.
But and then baby mama drama. The mother of Zion's child was arrested for stalking and beating a woman romantically linked to Zion. She allegedly egged her rival's home. That's epic. Threatened her on social media. That's too much. And later attacked her at Williamson's house. Why do you have them both over? I hope it was outside.
Has gooning cost the Pelicans a title?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
So Zion, take it easy, please.
Take it easy. Take it easy. We have 2 requests, I think, or just one. Turkish Delight 28 says, Pelicans, can't help but feel like I'm being censored because of the hate you have for my cousin. I don't know
Who's
your
his
cousin. Haven't read my lobbyist requests in 6 weeks. Anyway, assuming the Pelicans get the number 1 pick and draft flag, do they become a top 6 team in the West? Dash, Şengün's cousin. Erdogan's biggest hater. Who's Erdogan?
Erdogan, it's pronounced. The Turkish leader.
Erdogan. Oh. Is he
He's a
bad?
bad
Is he a
guy.
bad guy?
And
Shit.
he
Not good.
and his freedom is anti him, but don't be tricked. He's a Gulenist, and that guy's bad too.
He's a
no,
Gulenist? Ooh.
but what's it called? Top 6 in the West?
No.
Probably not. But hey, I'd be
Anything's
really
possible. But no, probably not. It'd be cool. It'd be sick. But no, probably not. But it'd be cool. Oh, Cooper Flag and Herb Jones. Oh my god. Nobody's ever scoring ever again.
No.
The Jazz. Oh, hey, it's your boyfriend.
No,
Okay, let
he's
me do
he's
this.
engaged.
Hold on.
Everybody, to no,
Yeah, I didn't. Congratulations. I
no
didn't
idiot.
realize that.
Infidelity is not funny.
Jazz. It's not. I'm glad you guys have such a good commitment to each other. The Utah Jazz are 1-3 this week over the last 4 games. They beat the Blazers. They lost to the Hawks, the Pacers, the Rockets. Hey, Filipowski.
Fraudapowski.
And
Get his
hey,
girlfriend
30
in jail already. What are we doing?
isn't it good for Bryce's teammate
No,
to
it's
have a
not.
good
He shouldn't
game?
get that many shots.
Okay, well then you talk. You
Yeah,
do the
30 and
talk.
18. He sucks.
And 5-5.
Whatever.
Five stocks combined. Steal some blocks.
Bryce got a shout out on Bill Simmons' podcast. I forgot to mention that last week. He was in his
Ooh.
like random role player you like awards. He shouted out Sensabaugh. And then in the latest game versus Portland, Bryce had 22, 4-4 on 12 shots, 6 of 10 from 3. So that's epic. And then there's some gossip on the Jazz subreddit. Should we engage with it?
Yeah, sure. I don't care. I got. Let's do
I
whatever.
think Coach Hardy is going through a divorce or is already divorced. He seems extra sad lately, and I never see his wife at games. He also no longer wears a wedding ring. Anyone else notice this or have info? And another guy said they're separated and going through the process. Been like this for a bit. She found out about his side pieces. Source: I know one of their/her friends. She moved to be closer to family some time ago. So if that's true, Will Hardy's a bad guy and all my tirades against him are justified. If it's just...
Whoa. So you know how Speed's in China right now? A guy just played Binks's Booze for him.
Binks
on, like, the well, whatever. In the dub, that's what they call it. In the subtitles it says Booze. Well, I don't listen to the dub, but in the subtitles it says Binks Booze. I think that's the title of the episode also. But the parallels are crazy because Luffy is on the piano going, "Hey Brooks, I know this song." And then Speed is right there going, "Oh, that's that Brooks song." And so, yeah. Sun God.
So guys,
Speed,
someone hack
maybe?
Will Frawley's messages and confirm if this is true.
Someone hack Will Frawley's messages, have an affair through one of his accounts, and then send all the information to his ex-wife.
Oh, imagine. I just had a vision.
What the fuck was that?
Bryce Sensible in the wheel.
That'd be bad.
No, it would be so sick. Oh my god, we'd be cooking again. We'd literally be cooking again.
Well, it's not gonna happen because Will Frawley.
Bring the wheel to the salt.
He's gonna take all his aggression out.
And
on
at first,
Bryce.
we don't want Malone as the coach. We already know he's anti-Sensible. Remember that? He's
No,
like,
what did
these
he
guys
say?
aren't gonna get up for Bryce Sensible.
Nuked. Damn, Coach Malone had so much
Execute
aura.
that guy. Kill him.
Execute
What?
Bryce.
How?
Kiss him
Okay,
to death.
sus. Pause.
Whoa. Doesn't
Hey, is
have
this guy
to
tariff? Because pause.
be. I just let out a big fart, and my girlfriend across the room went, and I said, I muted my
Okay.
mic. Do you have any thought? I mean, that's the end of the West.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, David Robinson.
Up tempo means I'm gonna run you into the ground.